This version of It's Eric Nagel has been modified from its original broadcast. Content has been edited to fit this platform.
Believe none of what you hear and half of what you see.
Are you ready? I said, are you
ready? It's Eric Nagel. And it starts now.
Ladies and gentlemen of the universe, the next voice you hear, it's Eric Nagel.
And thank you, Scott Shannon. Hello, everybody. Welcome to the program. My name is Eric Nagel. Joining me, as always, from the frozen tundra known as Arizona in his spiffy holiday festive.
That's right.
Indoor wear. Say hello to Jordan.
Hi, everybody.
What shirt is that, by the way?
It's from the movie Trick or Treat. So you got like various characters like Sam and some of the kids that are dressed up for Halloween. It's from a company that this is one of the first shirts I bought, but I'm actually going to buy a couple more. A little pricey, but they're comfortable shirts. A company called Roosevelt's. You may have seen, like, they've come across my Instagram a few times, but there's a Jurassic Park one I might grab that's really cool. Looks just like green with like leaves. And then like every now and then you see
green with envy.
Green with envy. And then you got a little velociraptor in there. So yeah, very, very nice company so far. They pay me
very
nothing.
Good. If you're listening on the iHeartRadio app, do us a kindness. Put us in the number one position over there for the presets. We're told it means something. We'll keep saying it until they tell us otherwise, or that we just get tired of saying it and we won't do it anymore. If you're on Apple and Spotify, you can go over there and do us a kindness. Leave us a positive review. It does help out the program. We do have access to the Spotify comments now, so we've been going through there and trying to respond to everybody the best that we can. We have not gotten any feedback as far as video showing up on Spotify. I don't think everyone cares as much as I thought they would.
No one said anything to me.
Yeah, I didn't see anything, and that's usually odd because we either get told, how people listen, how people watch, we should stop doing what we're doing, any of those kind of things. We at least hear something. It's rare when we hear a zero when we put something out there, and Spotify video does not seem to be that much of an interest for people. So maybe we won't explore it then. Fine. Have it your way. If you want to watch us live each and every week as we do this show, YouTube and Twitch are the live rooms to join us, all under It's Eric Nagel. And if you can't do any of that stuff and you just want to watch the shows or the best of clips, things like that, when it's convenient to you, YouTube at It's Eric Nagel. Hit a like, hit a subscribe, do us that kindness. Everything helps out the program. We're almost at 5,800 subscribers now. Thank you very much, all of you. We very much appreciate what you guys have been doing, how you've been helping us out, been watching the videos. I know a couple of videos are doing much better than the others. Believe us, we understand why you're here and why you're checking it out, but hopefully you'll check out some of the other things and hang out a bit longer. We would appreciate that. What else did we have to promote before we get into other things? We are we did another show.
We did.
It's once over with Kaylee. I can't never get it right. There she is. That's Kaylee right there. We went on to her show and we got to talk about the sci-fi horror movie, Cube.
Right.
Which is one of the few horror movies that I actually enjoy. I'm not the biggest horror movie fan, but she had said, "Hey, would you like to do something with this?" And I said, "Yeah." And she gave us a couple of suggestions, and I said, "I don't know any of those, but what about Cube?" And she jumped at it, and she said, "Let's do that." I think we're going to go back for the second one.
Yeah, we're in talks to get on and do Cube 2, Hypercube. Right. I believe is what that means.
Electric Cubicle.
Electric Booga Cube. So yeah, that'll be fun.
I like my version better.
I know. There's a lot of us and her on there. Yeah.
Yes, go back a bit wordy. Oh, look, there's me again. This is weird. Am I wearing the same hoodie? No, I'm wearing
thankfully not. That would be hilarious.
It's like, what am I doing here?
Like, what the hell is going on here?
Why is this? Well, get rid of him. Get rid of him. He's the biggest problem. Yeah, there we go. Yeah, so go over to the YouTube channel, Once Over with Kaylee, Cayley, and you can check out the episode we did about Cube. What we also are going to do for the radio listeners is we're turning that into a bonus episode. So sometime this weekend, it'll go out over the iHeart feed, and you'll be able to listen to that at your convenience. So you get a brand new episode this week, and you also will get the bonus episode of us on Kaylee's show. And we'd love, we got to have her on this show at some point.
Yeah,
we got to find out what makes sense to have her on. But yeah, we'd love to have her on. Very, very nice.
Yeah, it was a good time, fun. I mean, I think we talked a little over an hour and a half about Cube. Like, you don't think about having those kind of conversations. And yeah, next thing you know, we're, hour and a half, almost 2 hours in, just enjoying our time. So it was a good conversation. I had fun. Good. I did notice something though. Like it's always good to go back and watch these things. And she debuted it live the other day, and I was at work because of the time difference. So I put it on. I was kind of following along and listening and watching. I noticed a couple things. First, I got to work on some better lighting. I raised up the light a little bit. So I'm going to work on those kinds of things, maybe figure a few things out. On her show, for some reason, I kept looking up like this, almost like I'm recalling information. And it happens so many times that I'm like, I look like I'm autistic. I need to stop doing that.
Or it looks like you're in the intro for the Brady Bunch when they're all looking at the different squares.
Right. I'm looking over at Peter, and yeah. So it's definitely something to work on. I'm always wanting to make sure I'm doing better at what I do. Obviously, I haven't been doing as long as everybody else has, but yeah, I was watching it going, what the fuck is wrong with me? Right. Yeah, I'm gonna definitely, yeah. Jared's like, looks like, or confirms. Yeah, probably confirms. I'm pretty sure I've got plenty of Tylenol in my system. So
I didn't turn the chat on my end, so now I can see it. And the first thing I see is he has sleeves from Jared. So look at you.
Right.
You're coming around to being more civilized.
I mean, it is the winter. The temperatures have been nice in the morning. Gets warm in the afternoon, but yeah.
He says the shirt company that you're wearing right there, they have a haunted mansion pattern.
They do. It looks really good. Cool. It's like that purple wallpaper like you would see. So it's like all bright purple, and then it's got all the little black, pattern all over it with the little eyes glowing every now and then. They have some really cool patterns. They have some really weird patterns. Like there's no chance I should be wearing anything like that. But yeah, I'm gonna grab a few more shirts. Unfortunately, like I said, they're a bit pricey. So if you can get a good deal, get them. But I mean, this shirt is $70. Yeah. But it's comfortable. Like the fabric is stretchy enough. If it form fits without making it look like I'm a big fat monster, which, is hard to do.
Well, that's also one of their patterns, Big Fat Monster.
Big Fat Monster. It's
not a big seller, but it's available for,
I'm sure it's a big seller.
The 2XL and over crowd does well with it. It sucks when you
run out of X's.
You know what? It's weird. I was going to say it sucks when you go to buy a shirt and there's only, XL and lower. And then I'm thinking about it. I go, no, because the only thing you usually have that's available if it's something popular is smalls, because large XL, well, if women are buying it too, mediums go pretty fast, but it's not even large. XL, 2XL, 3XL, 4, 5. You're seeing all those sold out. It's like, what? I don't want to see the people wearing these shirts.
But you got to realize the nation is not a thin group of people anymore.
No, it's not.
And it happens when I go to concerts too. I was like, I'm gonna maybe check that shirt out. What sizes do you have? All right, I will not be getting any of those shirts because you don't have anything above like a medium. And I'm like, oh, man.
You look like a $70 medium, my friend. No, I do not. Sorry.
Hey, buy 2 shirts, I'm gonna sew them together.
Yes, it's like a
shirts
like a patchwork sail to get your boat sailing in the middle of the ocean.
Right? Is he wearing 4 shirts right now? Yeah, they're all smalls.
Yeah. So
I think we ran into that same problem the other day when we were looking at the YouTube partnership stuff. And you're like, oh, we can get this or we can get that. And there's like, oh, we have shirts. And I was like, oh, you mean you want your medium? And you looked in there and they're right. You only had like small and medium left. You're like, God damn it, you're right.
Like we want to send you all this stuff, which, by the way,
we can't have anything. Ooh, very nice.
Got a little something from
We're
YouTube.
Official.
Yeah.
Look at us. And it's all paid for by viewers like you.
And a grant from the Helena Rubinstein Foundation.
Everyone's getting a tote bag. Just run this thing like a PBS thing. That is fun.
And scene.
Oh, that is funny. That's pretty good.
Yeah. All right. So if we fuck something up and we need to go, all right, hold on.
Just
Take 2 and action.
Yeah, we'll write the show title on there and everything. It'd be great.
So we might be getting, from what I understand, if I read that email correct, some kind of I forgot the title, but it's like a YouTube manager.
Oh, cool.
So somebody directly we can contact. Doesn't mean they'll 100% do everything we want or need, but we'll have a direct agent, I guess, to YouTube. So if we have some issues, I can reach out to a person instead of the generic forum thing.
So now we actually have an Indian representative that belongs to the show instead of stealing from the show for their Indian content over in Bangladesh or something.
Possible, but I'm hoping it's somebody from like the San Fernando Valley or Silicon area, something there, somebody in California that we at least,
oddly enough, still
can
named
understand.
Raj.
Right. So we have that, but so we might have
Cool.
some kind of manager thing over there. I forgot what the term was in the email. Apparently there's also YouTube neon lights.
Oh, that's cool.
That
running out of space behind me, but I'm sure I can work something.
That they might have for us. So yeah, if the neon light, if we can get 2 of them, I'll definitely send you one. If we can get one, I'm keeping that, and I'll send you the clipboard because I'm keeping the light over there to go with my neon facade.
Look, I understand the pay scale here. Don't worry about it. I get it.
By the way, so I guess it's that time where YouTube pays.
Oh, nice.
It was this week, so I have to figure out I wasn't keeping tabs on the super chats. So I have to go in there and figure out and add it all up and then send that money your way, because whose money is that?
That's Daddy's money.
That is fucking
It's
gross.
also Lego's money.
It never gets better anytime you say it.
Right. I know.
So yes, if you want to super chat the show, you can definitely do that. Get your comments in, and that goes to taking care of Jordan and his Lego habits, and whatever's left over, maybe feed and clothe his children. So
no.
Please enjoy all of that. Not to be outdone and to show that we were not forgotten, Twitch.
Oh,
I never hear from Twitch.
I was going to say.
Twitch reached out and they said, could we send you something? Sure.
We heard you talking about YouTube sending you stuff a lot. We really got to get back on your good graces.
Yeah, so they sent a Twitch shirt.
Oh.
And
anti-rape whistle.
Yes, and a TwitchCon pin.
Interesting.
So, whoa, what was that? Look at the neon light behind me, right?
Yeah,
watch this.
A lot. Oh, I think maybe the white balance is going crazy because you're holding it too close.
No, I know, but the refresh rate on that thing, that's
killing it.
Creepy. So, I'll need a YouTube hat. I'll wear a Twitch shirt. I'll look like I'm either branded for NASCAR or I got a G Fuel over here, so I might as well be an influencer game streamer.
It's funny. Me and my son were talking about games and stuff like that, and how we've been playing like Call of Duty, and then we're doing some Fortnite stuff with all the things. And I had a fun bit that I want to make him. You know how veterans of wars always wear their USS Arizona or whatever hat that they have.
Real quick, do you ever do anything for them?
My kids? No.
All right, never mind. I don't even want to know the rest. Go ahead. That's the right answer.
But I want to get him a hat of one of those kinds of military hats that he served, but it was like a Fortnite map season or something, something that he could wear around, where it's kids are soft these days and the only thing he's surviving is the nearest map update. I'm like,
I survived the live Marshmallow concert on Fortnite.
I thought it'd be fun.
That is kind of fun. But anyway, good. Little by little, and thanks to you guys for subscribing and helping out on both platforms. We are growing by skips and hops. One day, leaps and bounds. But for now, we're learning to
tucks and rolls.
We're learning to fly, but we ain't got wings.
I did get into our Discord the other day. I think I do have the ability to edit a few things, so I might take it upon myself to start updating a few things for everybody. And we'll have some spaces if you guys want to do recipe stuff, because we talk about food all the time.
Right.
If you guys want to talk movies with me, I'll throw in some stuff in there. We can do music. We'll post our playlists.
We need to get moderators
make that more usable.
Too.
Yeah.
But yeah, if you want to take a crack at it, because I should go back in there and look. I think I even got to update the logo. I think it's the old logo.
Yeah.
That's still on that thing. So it just tells you how long ago that I cared about any of that. Yeah, we can go back in there. We could put all the stuff in there and maybe try making Discord a thing before it becomes a toxic cesspool that we got to delete, or it gets shut down because, there's drug smuggling and, white supremacist meetings or whatever else happens in those Discord things. And when you see Discord on the news, it's never good. It's not like Discord donated to a children's charity or anything. It's somebody
like this assassin plotted everything on Discord. I'm sitting there going, we just played Jackbox games.
Yeah,
we did Discord wrong.
But meanwhile, in some kind of innocent Discord setting, there was terrorists that were trying to sneak through the Canadian border into the United States, and you're like, whoa, oh, that's a thing. And we got to talk about Roblox in a little bit. Coming up later on the show, there's a whole bunch of radio stuff that NAB was happening this week here in New York. A bunch of different stuff was revealed involving radio, the disappearance of radio, AI radio. We got all of that stuff to come. A bunch of other videos that we need to go through and enjoy. There's a pastor in Detroit that is just sickening, and somebody recorded the video of him.
What's even worse are the people defending him in the comments of these videos. Yeah. And I'm like, I don't think you're making him look much better. I understand you're explaining why this happened.
Whoa. Sorry, I leaned on something. That was go ahead.
Wow, I'm blanking on these first half of the show now. We're already in segment 2. But yeah, it's a wild video. I don't know. I'm not a religious person. This doesn't help the cause.
Right.
I don't know. But
yeah. Well, we got to, we're going to talk about that. We've got, what else we got to talk about there? Oh, we got to talk about the 6-7 thing. And
do we?
Yeah, we do. Because they did something. And I want to push to advocate that in certain scenarios, it is illegal to punch children. And I'm going to be advocating for that very hard. So we'll get into that. We got to talk about the Lego Titanic idea that we had. Apparently somebody else took it and actually executed it better than what we were thinking.
Oh, even better.
So I'm going to have to show you all that and check that out. Super chats are up. All right, Jared.
Oh, that is
Jared in there. $4.99. What does that say there, Jordan?
That's daddy's money.
That's so disgusting.
Yeah.
That'll never not be disgusting. That'll never not be.
We're going to have to clip all these and send them to Rob just individually.
Wow.
Thanks, Rob.
The beef. I don't know what I did to upset. You didn't do anything. As far as I'm aware of. I don't think so.
I don't think so.
Unless, I don't know. I don't know. You haven't said
anything. Speaking of the beef, have you heard?
Hold on. There's more. Wait, I had the wrong window open there. Oh, there's another super chat. Oh, it's from the beef. Oh. There we go. Iraq, your call to was amazing. Have you talked since? No, I have not talked to him. I have zero intentions of ever talking to him again. I'm done. I shouldn't have even called him to begin with, but it was what it was. It was a lapse in judgment on my part to engage with him. He deserves to wither away and die alone. And that's about the rest I'm going to say on that. Brick to War are great military Legos my son and I love to build. I don't know that brand. Do you know Brick to War?
No. I mean, wait. I'm trying to think. I know I've seen some different branded building blocks, not so much Lego. They have one of Bender. They have one of the Planet Express ship that I'm going to get.
War. I see Brick Wars.
It might be. Well, maybe it's Brick War. I mean, I have some off-brand Lego stuff up there. Where if I've got right next to Starry Night is the the Serenity from Firefly.
Oh, here it is. Is Brick 2? Yes, you have a lot of Legos.
Yes, I do.
Brick to War. This is a Reddit thing.
Brick War 2.
Sorry. Oh, Brick War 2. Sorry, Super Chat makes typos so bad. Brick War 2. All right, let me see what that is. I'm not aware of this. War 2.
Oh, yeah.
Oh, that's kind of cool.
Those are pretty neat.
Wait, now the page is
military
loading.
building blocks. Oh yeah, that's actually really cool. I would actually probably put together some like after putting together this endurance ship, I was like, oh, I want to do more ships, like, big things.
Yeah, look at that.
Yeah, some of those are cool. I want to maybe do more jets, like jets and planes would be cool.
Look at this. Let me see if I can bring this one up here.
I want one of the Spruce Moose. That would be fantastic.
Look at this battleship.
That is cool.
That is kind of cool. So it's
I want to
like,
make them float and then get a big giant pool bathtub, like in Pee-wee's Big Adventure.
Oh, Francis.
I'll be a Francis's stuff and be
Francis'
like
house. It's essentially a pool.
It's a pool,
but it's also his bathtub. But yeah,
it's bath time.
To do all of that stuff would be fantastic. Oh, Twitter's actually working. Theodore R. Scott. If that is you in the I can't see, it's so dark. If that is you in your military outfit, thank you for your service. What up, Iraq? What up, Theodore? Nice to see you. We got another one. Jesus Christ. Hellraiser 69. Hold on, sorry, incorrect. Internet celebrity.
Thank you.
Hellraiser 69 with $10 to enable Jordan's addiction.
Yeah, it's true.
Well, at least you're getting money to enable your addiction. I'm not trying to enable any kind of addiction, but I have people that are kind of forcing an addiction onto me.
Right. Don't act like you're not getting your addiction kind of thrust upon you.
This is not the addict. Know what I want to be addicted to? Classic cars.
That
nice. Or something, maybe some kind of firearm. That would be nice.
That's fun. I have a shooting range not far from my house. That'd be fun. Nice.
Something along those lines.
Of some kind.
I don't need an addiction to energy drinks, which seems to be happening over the last several episodes. But I have people in my life, when they heard of this, started bringing energy drinks around. And I was only talking about Ghost and C4 mostly, Celsius once in a while. But going back to the long ago, Zoa was my beverage company of choice. Mm-hmm. I don't know when the last time I drank a Zoa was, because I'll
get back into it once the Duantas Christmas one comes back.
Yeah, the holiday one comes in. But like, this has been my number one. The Ghost.
Yeah, I almost bought some of that the other day.
Which is great for anybody who wants to see right there. Find this. It's fantastic. C4 has some good ones too. The Hawaiian Punch one is another favorite that they make. Well, people started in IRL, as the kids say, started dropping off energy drinks that they saw in stores, and they're like, "Oh, I thought you'd like this. Thought you'd like this." So, I mean, the camera's not fully on it, but
this one's all in Chinese.
There's 8 of them over there that I still haven't drank yet. I had 4 more dropped off to me today. And I said to him, the guy who dropped it, I go, "What are you doing?" And he goes, "Oh, I saw these. I thought I'd pick it up." I go, "I really don't need more of these things. How am I going to drink all of this?" Right? I learned something yesterday. I had to go out and about. I went to Home Depot, and then had a couple other things I had to run and do. And was up pretty early in the morning.
Ramen, by the way.
The what?
Did you find that ramen?
No.
All right, I'll grab some just in case.
I went to 2 different Walmarts not far from me. They didn't have it. Eventually stuff in Walmart like that does trickle into some of the like local supermarkets. Yeah, let me put that up on the screen for everybody to see there. The new ramen. Well, the pumpkin pie one isn't.
This is a redo. So this is like 2 years old, but it just came out.
The turkey dinner ramen thing, I'm interested. It looks like it has lima beans in it.
Yeah, it's got a whole plethora of vegetables.
No, not into that.
My Walmart has
lima beans,
tons. So I'll grab it a couple extra. They're like $1 each, and then if you can't find them, I'll send them your way.
Yeah. I'm still looking. I'm on the hunt. I'm after you. And anyway, so what was the point of me talking about
energy drinks? So you're out shopping, doing your doing Home Depot, doing all that bit.
Oh yeah, so I stopped at 7-Eleven and I picked up something, and they had the Celsius Essentials. They have grape slush, which is fantastic. So it was 2 for $5. So I went, all right, I'll have one today and one for tomorrow. and drank it, driving around, doing everything, and then later in the afternoon, almost evening, probably early evening, I was like, you know what? I'll just drink the other one there. And I'm sitting there. I'm
You're already up to 2 a day.
Hold on.
Oh
so
no.
I'm going through, I'm eating dinner, I'm watching the news, and I'm looking at, and the can, I just happen to set the can down in a particular way. And I'm reading the back of the can here, and I go, what is this thing? So I have to turn it this way to read, because sometimes they run out of space. They put it sideways, right? So I'm reading it there. There's a warning on the Celsius Essentials can to not consume more than 1 a day. And I'm almost done with the second one. I went, whoopsie daisy. What's the caffeine intake on this? The Celsius ones, 270 milligrams
For caffeine.
of caffeine. All the others are anywhere between 150 to 200. And that was 270. And that was the second one of the day. I had one in the morning and then one in the early evening.
Right.
And I said, oh my God, I'm going to be sitting there feeling my heart pulse through like an Edgar Allan Poe story, just pulsing
the
through
telltale
the floor.
energy heart.
Yeah. So, so I learned that. I'm like, oh, you can't drink more than one of these a day. Got it. Fine. I mean, I wasn't doing more than one a day to begin with, but yesterday just happened to go that way and was also a learning experience. So
I just noticed the one I'm drinking right now has no caffeine in it. It's all like B12, B6, potassium, all that stuff.
Right.
But it has no caffeine in it. I'm drinking the new one, the Mad Apple.
Yeah. I've seen that one around since you mentioned that.
Yeah,
I see
it's not
that
bad.
Places now.
Interesting. I always thought they were just chocked full of energy. Like
Crack the Whip
stuff.
coming in from Twitch saying, careful, energy drinks are a young man's game. You're probably not wrong.
Yeah.
But this is something that only happened August, I think, 2 months ago.
Give or take,
relatively new. So was not supposed to turn into all of this, but lo and behold, here we are.
Yeah,
now
I started drinking Monsters when they had, so they have these cans, the regular cans. They have a slightly bigger can, which is the equivalent of like 2.5 cans.
Right.
And it's got like the screw top. So it's like you can kind of just drink it throughout the day. So you don't feel like you're just chunking 2 cans right away.
I mean, at this
they
point,
used to have,
go ahead.
No, it was just, they used to have a can that was like this big. It was like big and fat, and it was called the BFC, and it stood for the big fucking can.
Like my Pekka.
That's yeah. But yeah, so
Pekka.
That's the BFP. And I drank one of those once, and I'm like, nope, I'm never doing that again. So I'll top out at 2. There's been rare times where I'll go to like a concert, and then afterward, I'm just like, I need another one to drive home.
Right.
But yeah.
I think I'll just get to the point where I just need to get the kids twirly straws and put it in here while I just drink.
I'm telling you, get one of those hats where you just put it both in, and you're just maybe mixing 2 good flavors, and you just got your little straw in there.
Yeah, and then when my heart explodes from all of that. Random consumer in the chat saying E-Rock in his pleasure basement, chugging energy drinks and building Legos. Only 2 of the 3 is the case there, my friend. I have not.
God, if you started introducing yourself as Eric from the pleasure basement, I'm gonna have to quit. Ghost Energy in association with C4 Energy presents It's Eric Nagel's Pleasure
Live
Basement.
from the pleasure basement.
Gross.
Brought to you by Bang Energy. And I say
out with a bang.
I say that because we'll bring it back.
Energy?
We'll steer this whole thing back in. Somebody I know, IRL, brought me more energy drinks, and I had this. I told him, you got to stop.
Is he like randomly giving you different flavors at least?
Oh yeah, different brands, different flavors.
Oh, he just wants you to test them all.
Oh, I don't know if it's that, but he sees them somewhere and he's picking them up, and he just thinks it's funny, right? So I have 4 new flavors to add. I've got about 15 energy drinks sitting on this table over there that I haven't even touched.
Now, here's the thing. That's 15 that someone else brought him. He sent me a picture the other day where he found, I think, the 4 or 6 pack of the rehabs. And then like,
I bought
you were
two
talking about
4-packs
buying
of the Monster iced tea lemonade rehabs, which does not have caffeine, by the way. It's all B12 stuff.
Yeah,
it's
see, I think that's what
caffeine,
this
but
one
it's something
all natural caffeine.
Yeah, there's that, and then I found lately it's been getting harder to find the C4 Hawaiian Punch.
Yeah,
and I found it at a CVS, so I just cleared the rack of what they had and took the 6 home. Anyway, so he brought 4 over here. Check this shit out. All right.
Let's see what you got.
I think we talked about Bang energy drinks before.
I used to drink them because they were cheaper. Like they were like 2 for $3 at one point. So I would always get those to save money.
Right.
But after a while, I just kind of felt like weird. Like the energy blend in them are just like they fuck with me like rock stars.
Yeah. What was the Bang flavor that I first tried? Black cherry vanilla.
That was pretty good. But that one's got to be like ice cold to be good.
Yeah.
Once it gets warm, it's like, no thanks. You know, like it's a bad addiction that I've got that when I went to Germany, they had a flavor called Ultra Citron, which is their lemon.
Okay.
And they don't have it in the States, and I crave it. And it's been like 3 or 4 years since I've been to Germany. And I'm just like, God, I want that one so bad. And it's like in a bright yellow can. It was so good.
Yeah. It dawned on me, I was drinking the Monster iced tea lemonade, right? Mm-hmm. And I put the can down in the car in the cup holder for a moment. I'm looked down and I had a friend. I've never had this beer, and I only knew about this beer because he drank it. And this was like 20-something years ago. He used to drink a British beer called Boddington's.
I know Boddington's, yeah.
And it's got that bubble thing at the bottom. You know what I'm talking about? It's at the bottom that shakes. You could shake it up and you can hear it.
It's like having it's like a spray paint cans. It's like keeps the
It's got that thing in there. And they were these tall Guinness yellow cans. And the Boddingtons looked almost like their Subway, their underground logo. And I only knew of that beer and that can stuff because he drank Boddingtons. I didn't know anything about it. And I looked down, I go, the Monster Energy can kind of looks like Boddingtons. I'm not making that transition. I am not a beer fan, but also I said for most of my life, I'm not an energy drink fan either. And look where this is happening now. I'm falling down. I'm falling down the Chad Duke slide of hypocrisy, where you're
all in 10 years after a fad is faded out.
100%. That's what I'm doing, and that's not a slight. That's an homage to you, my friend. Anyway, Bang energy drink. So I had the black cherry vanilla. I almost said black cherry lemonade, and that would be good too if that was a flavor.
Really
but
good.
Black cherry vanilla, and that was good. So it brought me another Bang flavor. And he didn't know if this was a holiday thing or not. I don't know. Candy apple crisp.
Ooh. I bet that tastes kind of like this apple one that I'm drinking.
All right. Well, that was brought to me. So I have that. What is it? It is gross. Are you talking about
the Nitro Pepsi right above that?
Oh, okay. Nitro Pepsi. Oh, yeah. We tried that when that first came out. It tastes like a flat beer.
The problem is that the Nitro Pepsi, you can't just open up a can and drink it. You have to like pour it a certain way. So they're like, open it, put it upside down into a glass and let it just like sit there and fill up. I'm like, it's too much work. It's a gimmick. No, thank you.
Yeah. Our pal Tom from Alberta. The Monster tea flavors will separate a bit if they sit a while. You'll get tea bit gap. You always got to shake stuff up, unless it's carbonated, which that's not carbonated. You got to shake everything up. You don't just pop open anything and drink it as is. You always got to shake it up a little bit. There is now. I had buyer's remorse because I told you just a few minutes ago that I bought 2 4-packs because they come with a box of 4 of the Monster Rehab iced tea lemonade. Then I see online they have a Monster tea pack that is iced tea lemonade. There's a peach iced tea and a raspberry iced tea. I
almost sent you a picture of the peach one the other day when I was at my gas station.
I was not aware of this. I am on the hunt for it. I have not found it yet, but I realized I'm almost done with the second package of the iced tea thing. So next time I can go around and find it, I will definitely do that. All right, real quick.
There was a Canada Dry has 3 flavors out right now. They're kind of in a pack. One's just the regular Canada Dry. The other one's Canada Dry with cranberry, which is delicious.
I think I've had that.
They have a cranberry. No, they have a Canada Dry blackberry. It is possibly the best tasting ginger ale I've ever had. And I'm like, I need to get just as much of that as possible before it goes away.
You know who has a good blackberry? Pure Leaf has a blackberry ice.
We tried it on the show. It was good.
It's fantastic. Too high in sugar.
Sure.
But on a rare occasion, it's worth doing. But yeah, it was like 60 grams of sugar, which is way too much. Way too much. But Bartholomew in the chat saying, Candy Apple Crisp is probably the best of the bangs that I've ever had. Oh, that's good then. All right. I figured it was like a Halloween or at least a fall.
Oh, like Yolani has, like the Witch's Brew one.
Right.
Tastes like those suckers.
So I will try that out. Isn't this Hangover, right? Isn't this the Hangover? Is that the line?
I think
we only drink Schweppes around this part. Hey, Schweppes. Schweepies. I hate that too. People who call it, those are the same assholes that say Target. You know, when they try to make it Schweepies. It's like, fuck off. You pretentious idiots.
Or Reese's Pieces.
Andy Hannon, the T-Pack is only a few bucks above retail on Amazon. Oh, that's not bad.
Not bad.
I don't mind ordering from there. Or unless that protest happens in a month where they want you to...
well, you better get in. You gotta hole off for a week and drink what you can get.
Well, we're going to get... Look, that thing just popped up today. We don't know if it's an actual real thing that will actually happen. We're going to give it a week. If it is, we're definitely going to talk about it next week. I'm just going to say, imagine taking 5 days off from work to protest anything and you're not unionized. You know, that's we were just talking about that. If you took any amount of time off of work unscheduled, you're only protected if you're in a union. And that could be, you know, an actual workers union, plumbing union, electricians union. Go over to the entertainment side of like the workers, the Writers Guild, Producers Guild, Director, any of those things. If they go to protest, you have to stop working, but they can't fire you.
Right.
This is not sanctioned by anybody other than people upset with the current administration, and they're demanding you take 5 days off from work. Good. Please do. I know a ton of people that could use those jobs in media if you all get fired for this nonsense. We'll talk about it another time. All right, moving on with the energy drinks. This is a company called, I have never heard of, 3D Energy. Have you heard of this?
Let me see the can. I feel like I have seen it, but it's one of those ones that like they bury at the bottom of the cooler. Where it's like you got the full run of like all the rock stars, everything else, but then like they kind of hide it.
Well, this is a watermelon pairing that you never really hear. This is called watermelon grape.
That sounds interesting,
right?
I like watermelon.
But you always hear it paired with like strawberry or something. Mm-hmm. You know, you never hear it with grape. But
grape's usually not paired with anything. Grape's usually just a standalone flavor.
It's a standalone fruit, Ronnie. All right, so there's that. This I was told because he heard us talking about G Fuel. Mm-hmm. And that I didn't realize G Fuel was branded for video game stuff.
Right.
So he got me some more G Fuel stuff. I haven't even drank the other G Fuel that was given to me.
But you've streamed so many times this week, Eric. Come on.
I did. Yeah, I've been doing my.
I saw you pop up last night. I was like, "What is he doing? He's still streaming stuff every night. Get to work."
I figured out. Look, I've been looking to leave Streamlabs. Right. Because even though Streamlabs is great with the scenery and the things you can add to it, the customization, I know everyone says go to OBS. I get it. But we have StreamYard here. And I was like, well, we're only using it for the show. I might as well try to figure out other uses for it. Mm-hmm. We could do multi-stream on StreamYard and not have to pay extra. If we want to do more than the ones that we're doing currently, yeah, we have to pay extra. But to do more than one on Streamlabs, they want $30 a month. Oh. And $30 is now the magic number for everything, for all streaming stuff, where, you know, Disney's up to $30 a month. HBO Max, which we're going to probably talk about in segment 2, just said they're busting their price up to $30. Everything's going to $30 now like it's okay. and it's not okay. So yeah, I was not doing Streamlabs, so I've been using StreamYard for a while until maybe I'll figure out OBS. I don't know. Anyway, G Fuel, he sent me this one. It's called Tetris Blast.
I've never seen that one.
Yeah, I have. This is the other thing I don't like, and I think I've said this about the energy drinks and then those sugary drinks like Prime. They give you clever names, but they don't tell you what the flavor is.
It's like a Bath and Body Works candle.
Exactly. You have to. I mean, at least there you can smell it and figure it out for yourself.
Right.
You can't open this up and taste it and go, "Oh, this tastes like lemon lime." I'm not a fan
attitude.
Yeah. I mean, you get kicked out of the store, but you can't, just open it up. So this is called Tetris Blast. I have no idea what this flavor is. So, all right, blind taste testing, I guess. And then finally, this one is sickening. It's another G Fuel brand. It is called PewDiePie.
Yeah, tastes like racism.
So yeah, the PewDiePie has his own flavor.
Is that like recent flavor, or is that something that was found like on the shelf of a dollar store and it's like dust all over the top?
I have
like,
no
he
idea.
hasn't been relevant in years.
I have zero idea.
Now I have to look.
Let me see what the date,
that is so weird.
Oh, the Best Buy date on this can is by April 14th, 2027.
Oh shit!
So this thing's gonna last a while.
It was manufactured in 2020.
But yeah, it says
what is it? G Fuel.
G Fuel inspired by PewDiePie, but it doesn't tell you what the flavor is.
I'm gonna look that up.
And if you read the ingredients, it doesn't tell you anything either. So you have no idea. I hate this. I hate blind boxing beverages.
It's a surprise. That's turkey dinner.
That also might be the show title.
Blind box energy drinks.
No, blind boxing beverages. Alliteration, my friend.
There you go. You're turning violet.
I have no idea.
Tastes like random shit.
So yeah, those are the four that he dropped off for me.
It makes sense. I just looked it up.
What?
Have you been to an IKEA?
Is it the fucking boysenberry or whatever the stuff is?
Lingonberry.
Lingonberry?
Yeah, which is kind of like a more subtle version of cranberry.
That might not be bad.
I'm actually kind of impressed. That sounds really good. I like lingonberry.
Lynn Har in the chat says, Jay says it tastes like raisins.
Yeah, that makes sense. The lingonberry of it.
Thank Jay, whoever Jay is. I apologize if I don't recognize the name. Vcash in the chat saying it tastes like prunes. Oh, gross.
I don't hate prunes. It's weird to admit, but I don't really hate. I haven't gone out of my way to eat them, but I don't hate them. Prunes were always associated with like an old man, so that was like one of those old man foods.
Right. Well, and
now I'm there.
I have four more to add to the pile here.
I'm excited.
I might just get a table behind me and start building a pyramid.
Stack them up.
These things, just stack them up in the background. What am I going to do with them? Like I'm going to have to drink them at some point, but I was saving these to drink on the show.
Eric.
Yeah.
That one doesn't expire until 2027. You can stockpile for a while, my friend. Don't worry about rushing to get these drank before they expire.
That is true.
Apparently, They last forever. They're the Twinkies of beverages.
Silly customer, you cannot harm a Twinkie. If I had not started drinking this afternoon, I would have opened up another one here for the show. But all right. Thank you, person in real life who keeps dropping off energy drinks to me.
Please keep it up.
I look forward to you sending me more next week when I keep telling you I don't want any more of these.
Don't listen. His mouth says no, but his eyes say yes.
Oh, I got something else sent to me too. Different person. I was not aware of this, but everything we've talked about on this show over the years, I don't know why this seems to resonate the most to people, but I got a message from somebody saying, hey, I've been hearing you're really into energy drinks, and I'm saying no, I'm not, but this seems to be something that people are drawn to. So apparently I thought I had this the
I
attachment.
find it so incredibly odd that the two things that resonate with our listening audience or viewing audience is when we talk about Opie and when we talk about energy drinks.
Right.
That what a weird combination of things to have to go around with.
But also talk about somebody who could use the benefits of energy drinks. And a shower and a shave and a producer and direction and show prep. I mean, the list goes on, but still, baby steps for that monstrosity. I had the attachment somewhere. Apparently, if I'm remembering it correctly, it's not CVS. What's the vitamin place? GNC. GNC is doing a 90-cent sale.
Uh-oh.
And on it goes for 1 day. It's like 7 days, and each day is a different product. And it says drinks and snacks 90-cent sale. So each day a different drink and a different snack are on sale for 90 cents. And it says limit 6 per person. Right. So I thought I had the screenshot that that he sent to me. But was also told to look it up, and when you look something up, usually in a case like this, Reddit shows up with a link of people talking about these things. And in this particular Reddit thing, which by the way, there's a forum called Energy Drinks, non-surprising.
Mm-hmm. How do you think I find out what's coming next month? I've got another new flavor coming in Monster.
Oh, they do.
Oh yeah, I think it's a passion fruit.
I get people. I had some people send it to me, and because they sent it to me, it's now showing up in advertisements on my Instagram. Mm-hmm. C4 has a Fruit Loops flavor.
You showed me that one. Yep, the cereal one.
Serial Killer, and I cannot get that out of my feed if I tried now. But yes, I am well aware that the Serial Killer flavor is coming from.
It's all right. After we talked about this stuff last week, I kept finding videos on my Instagram reels of people doing Monster Energy drink bits, and to the point where I was sending you some just to get it into your feed.
I can't find the thing. If I know, I don't remember where he sent it to, but I'll post it once I have it. But anyway, if you look it up, GNC has a 90-cent sale that's happening, and one of the days is Ghost energy drinks.
Oh no!
Now, was reading the Reddit thing about it, that they were talking about this GNC thing, and everyone was harping on the fact that it was a 90-cent, not 90-cent, 6-drink limit. By the way, this is the energy thing, the C4 Serial Killer. So I guess it's supposed to taste like Fruit Loops, but they also stole like the Super Mario fonts to use for it. So
fun.
With this 90-cent drink, 90-cent thing, it's limit 6, and people were upset. One person had to come in and I guess be the voice of reason to all these other people, which I was amazed how much they were obsessing over energy drinks. He said, chances are if you're in there and there's nobody else in the store, because I don't know how packed a GNC can be.
I don't think I've ever seen more than one person at a time in there.
Right. He said, I really don't think the guy behind the counter is going to give a shit if you really wanted all of that. If you just put it on the table, a sale's a sale. They're acting like PlayStation's on sale for this. Here, 1 per person because they got to make it fair. If you just cleared out the 8 that they had on shelves and put it down, I don't think the guys go, there's a limit of 6. Really? $20 an hour if you're lucky. Just sell me the 8. I'll be
going
gone.
into a GameStop at that point.
Well, I would, but they're all closed down around me. So
good.
Anyway, so yeah, so there you go. There's your energy drink update. Did you have anything going on in your life before we get into the stories? Because I didn't have much this week.
It's been a quiet week. I bought those tickets for that Evil Dead live bit. That's going to be in about 2-3 weeks. I've got planning for Halloween. Got my kids' Halloween costumes ready to go. I'm seeing trunk or treats happening even earlier this year. Like there were kids trick or treating at a trunk or treat this past week, and I'm sitting there going, you still have another week and a half. Like, I used to hate when Halloween would fall on a Sunday, so you get the really crazy religious one saying, I'm going to come to your house on a Saturday, and that's when I turn off my lights and say, no, thank you. But like having trunk or treats, or you going and doing like school functions, or just doing any kind of Halloween stuff 3 weeks in advance is getting kind of ridiculous.
Well, they really have been trying to eliminate kids going door to door for trick-or-treating. And
you have to earn the candy and avoid the kidnappings.
Yeah, but
come on.
It's been working.
I hate it.
These trunk or treat events, I know in the town that I'm in, they have different ones. The high school does one for the little kid, like for the elementary and younger kids. But then also the city, town, whatever what is it called? Principality? No. Municipality. Thank you. Big words, can't spell. Municipality, where they do stuff in association with like the ambulance, with the fire department, with the police department. They do their own version of a trunk or treat, so the little kids can go and get on a fire truck or in a cop car or those kind of things. So there's always outlets, and then whatever school the kid is at has their own thing too. They do like a parade. They get a little party. They do their own. Everything has something for kids to do for Halloween, other than actually going old school, going door to door trick or treating. I'm
taking my kid to his trunk or treat at his school tomorrow, and he's still going to get his ass out there and shake it for some candy bars for dad on the next Friday night. Like, it's gonna happen.
Kids at the front door, and Jordan's in the back yelling, "Twerk!
Give him 2."
Grind on his leg. Ew.
Were those pennies wrapped in toilet paper? Throw it back at her.
Wait, we can't go to that house. That guy's on the box.
Right.
We're not going.
But yeah, like it's so weird that like everything is starting to happen a lot earlier. I mean, you're seeing all the Thanksgiving stuff was already out 2 weeks ago. Christmas is already out at Walmart. Like you know, all the trick or treat stuff, all the Halloween stuff.
Christmas has been out for about since October started. Like there's small end caps and maybe a back aisle, but most of the places I've been, with the exception of Lowe's and Home Depot, they haven't put their stuff out yet.
Not yet.
But like retail stores, I was at Walmart when I was looking for the ramen stuff in the back. I mean, they have a ton of Halloween stuff out right now, but the last 2 aisles of the seasonal have the Christmas stuff up, and they have that Christmas Stargate again, which I didn't buy last year, and it's on
Definitely
display.
Need that.
And I'm looking around. I went down the aisles. I'm like, oh, maybe this is the year I can get it, and they don't have it in the store, so I don't know where to fucking buy the thing. I'll have to go online and look.
Lowe's, I think, has some Christmas stuff out, but then there's one thing that I want to get, and it was sent to me the other day. It's a life-size R2-D2 with like Christmas lights wrapped around it, and it makes noises and stuff like that. It's like $300. I'm like, oh crap, I'm gonna have to buy something stupid again. So that's what most of this money probably will end up going to. So I might get myself an R2-D2 to display for the holidays, being a avid Christmas lover as myself. It's not fun, but
no. So you're doing that with your kids.
So yeah, just doing that stuff. My daughter had a homecoming this past Saturday, which was wild. Like, you know, we looked for dresses, we looked for shoes, we got her all set up, and then the day of, she changed her mind and completely changed everything, which is fine. But I take her to this dance, I drop her off, I go kill some time because it was like 2 hours. I come back a little early. I figure I'll beat the traffic. I'll just go park in the parking lot. I found a good spot, like right where the exit is, so I can see the kid come out, so I know when she's coming. And I swear to God, and this made me feel so old, like an old man moment, where I'm seeing these girls walk out in the shortest skirts, and I'm sitting there going, I would have never let you out of my house. And then I just realized, like, I became that guy. You know, like, I'm judging them on their dress, and I'm like, ugh.
You have to become that guy when you have a kid.
I know.
If you don't become that guy, then you know there's a problem with you.
Yeah, but all the guys had that dumb puffy hairstyle, the Patrick Mahomes style hairstyle. It's
I hate that. They're all wearing like
it's all perms,
like skin tight black pants, a black hoodie, and they have their hair
puffed out and puffed up, and
like something
like retarded cockatoos or something. which is also another show title. And then selling it all. Retarded cockatoos.
That'll get through Apple. Yeah.
Yeah.
Sure.
Look at that. Look. Yeah. Dustin and Woodpit broccoli cut. Yeah. It looks like just a big chunk of broccoli right on the front of their head. But all the guys were dressed pretty much the same, big broccoli haircuts, and the girls' dresses. I swear to God, like they were so short, and I'm just sitting there judging every one of them, going, "Yeah, God, I would have never let you out of my house. You would have never gotten here with this on."
I have family members that have daughters that are anywhere 10th grade through college, and they had homecoming, and you see some of these they look like cocktail dresses that older woman would wear.
Yeah, that's exactly kind of what it would.
And you're sitting there and they're all talking about and you're reading all the comments from the rest of the family. They're so beautiful. Oh, they're gorgeous. I'm sitting there. I go, this is not appropriate.
No, not at all.
I mean, just because the dress is pink, look how short, like it's barely
ma'am, I can see your uterus.
They barely got anything here. So it's like getting cut off here. And then, down the other end, it's aggravating, and I know I'm going to be a problem if my thing goes up that way.
You even told me that when I had told you what I was doing, like it was about like a week ago, a week and a half ago, and I was like, "Yeah, we're gonna go homecoming dress shopping," and you're like, "Wait, hold on, what?" And then I told you, and you goes, I don't know how I'm gonna handle being at that point. That's eventually, and I'm like, it's a rough ride. I mean, good thing is that my kid's pretty cool about stuff. She's pretty modest in the way she dresses, which is good. She's not quite at that point yet, but I couldn't believe some of the outfits that some of these young ladies were wearing.
Yeah.
Just sitting in a parking lot all gross.
It's infuriating. And then, so this is another thing. Some family members, I follow cousins and friends and what have you, but then you get the recommended requests based on who you follow, and their kids show up now in Instagram or TikTok, which I don't use that often, but it shows up there. It gives you suggestions and you see it's like, oh, they're such and such's kid, and you look at their account like, what are they doing? And you're looking at some of this shit and you go, oh fuck, I cannot follow this account. It's not like it's not like
it's like top down pictures, and
it's not like it's really something bad that would be a violation of their terms of service, but it's just like, I can't be your mom's cousin and then following your account and you're doing that. Like, there's spaghetti strap shirts and they're posing and they're doing these, a lot of it is it's not karaoke, but it's just like a song's playing or a clip's playing on TikTok.
Oh yeah, they're lip syncing to it all.
No, but there's a term for whatever it's called.
Stitch.
No, Stitch is when somebody else comes in, but it's just they're performing somebody's song, a lyric clip from a movie or some other clip of somebody talking and they act it out, that kind of stuff. Mm-hmm. But whenever they're doing this, you look at this and you go, holy shit. Now, if I was a kid that age, I'd be like, this is fantastic. But you look at that and go, nope, I can't be on that thing. And then you can't even say to the moms and stuff like, do you know what your kid's doing? Because then it's like, why are you looking at it? And then you're like, this is what goes through my head. Why am I looking at it? And then they look at you. It's like, well, you shouldn't be looking at it. Like, so I'm the problem because I saw your kid's account and they're doing that, but it's my fault that I saw it and told you that they're doing that.
The worst one is
this is not a scenario that happened, but that's what plays in my head. And I go, I'm just not going to do any of this stuff.
Something similar kind of happened to me where I had a friend who's had a niece on TikTok, and I didn't realize who it was. So I was flipping through TikTok. I saw her thing and I clicked on her thing. I was like, you look familiar. And I clicked on her profile. Well, TikTok does this fun bit where if you look at someone's profile, it lets you know that person looked at your profile. So then I see this person a week later and they're like, so-and-so said you were checking them out on TikTok. I was like, oh, what the fuck? No, I was not.
Oh,
and they
right.
were joking, TikTok, but I was like panicked. Like I was not being a weirdo. I wasn't
TikTok
looking at
tells
anything.
You that somebody looks at your videos or looks at your profile and all that stuff.
Yeah. So I was just like, oh, I got called out and I wasn't intentionally doing it, but like stuff like that weirds me out. Like how do you turn that off? Not just like so they can't see that you're looking at something.
but you get those notifications that people are looking at your stuff.
Mm-hmm.
There's got to be a way to turn that off, because
It might be.
on the times I'll pop in and you see all these messages, you're like, oh, or alerts, and you go look through. Such and such looked at your video. Such and such looked at your. It's like, I don't need to see all that shit like that. I would like to turn off.
I'm sure there's a way, and we'll figure it out. But yeah, it was just weird. I was like, oh, I'm being called out for something I wasn't intentionally doing. But yeah, you never know who's on all these, and then because you know a person or you're friends with another person, of course, eventually that person's going to be suggested to you, and it's just like, gross. Yeah. I used to see you in diapers. Like, I don't need to be seeing this right now.
Yeah, that's all. That's all a problem. Here's another problem with TikTok. Mostly this Group 7 shit that started showing up. So I'm looking at this
after another,
and there's people talking about Group 7, and there's a mutual friend of ours that you can tell which way the wind's blowing for him emotionally and physically based on the stuff that he's putting out on TikTok.
Mm-hmm.
That sometimes you're questioning, like, should he be even putting stuff out like that? But whatever. He was doing this Group 7 stuff, and everybody's talking about, well, in Group 7 we do this, in groups, not just this one person, but whatever was showing up through the main feed for TikTok about this Group 7 stuff. I'm like, what is this shit? And then they're saying, I'm trying to find the origin of it. It seems like made up bullshit too, but it was something about some lady's video showing up virally. Then it's usually the 7th video that, I don't know if that's true or not. But then, of course, it devolves into Group 7's racist. Group 7, there's a lot of people in Group 7 who are very that are Nazis and whatever. And that one mutual friend of ours all of a sudden had to do a retraction of his Group 7 video, or maybe not a pivot, if you will.
Yeah.
It's like, well, then it's like, I don't need to be part of Group 7. It's like, oh my God, none of this is real, and you guys take this too serious.
The fun thing was he was like, I don't need to be a part of it. I just need to stay being me. Just be me. And I was like, you should have done that to begin with. Because he's done this with a lot of different trends. And it's just
be you and not put that stuff out there.
Yeah.
And saying, hey, let me explain to you, everybody, who I am. No need. Unless you're being accused of something like terrible or heinous or whatever, there is no need to put anything you don't want to put out there online about yourself. Yeah. None. Everyone thinks that they have to disclaim something about their thought process, the reason they did something, their lifestyle, their sex, their gender, obviously, are the big ones. But they put it out there, and I got to follow me in the day of a life of somebody. No, you don't need to put that shit out there. And over the last few years with this show, talking with consultants, I think you were on the show when I talked about that one thing. They said that I wasn't present enough on my own social media.
Mm-hmm.
I still am. I put stuff out for the show, but that's about as present as I need to be. I put stuff out there that I think is interesting or at least funny or whatever. Most of the time, I'm putting stuff out there to let people know other things are there. Mostly. I don't need to be out there and telling you every single thing I do. And if I did, do you think anybody would really care? No. Unless it got viral for some weird reason, no one cared. And anybody who does know me in real life would be like, I'm sick of your videos. I had to unfollow you because you're doing all this shit. I had to unfollow people from school, like high school. They're in their 40s and they're doing some of this shit. And you're like, I can't. That mutual friend at some point, I just, if he didn't notice, if he wouldn't notice that I left or whatever, I would have done it already. But I know that would be a problem. So there's exceptions being made just to keep the peace on certain things.
I've done that. Like I've had coworkers follow me and I'm like, oh crap, at this point, if I remove them, they'll know. So I hide them. So like, I don't see what they're posting, but I'm still kind of in their life. So it's like, okay.
Yeah. Vcash in the chat saying, who wants to be present on social media? I hate this shit. Yeah, I get it. I don't need to be constantly a part of it. I choose when to be a part of it, what I want to put out there, as everybody should. Put as much or as little into it as you want. There's no requirement. Those videos that show up that try to get you to sign up for a course to improve your videos, your algorithm, subscribers, whatever, and they're telling you the right times of day. There is no right time of day for that and said, the best times are to post, around this time through on Mondays, Wednesdays, and Fridays. It's like, all right, maybe in the time zone that you're in or the people who follow you, but it's like the best time for you is some of the shit that I used to see a long time ago for our stuff was like between 12 and 2 during the week, Monday through Friday.
Interesting.
Like if you do that, I'm like, it's still the morning over on the West Coast, and over we do have a decent following over in Europe, and their day's already over at that point. Like they're getting ready. They're having dinner or they're going to bed. So there's no right time to post anything. It's just a matter of who sees what and where. Everyone thinks the algorithm is super important. And that's what matters. And you have to stop that. Just put it out there. If it works, it works. If it doesn't, it doesn't. Live your life in a lot happier way. What was the point of this? There was something else. Oh, the Group 7.
Group 7, yeah.
So I posted, you know what Group 7 means? You're the last to get on the plane. I said, enjoy the smell of the bathroom and no overhead compartments. That's what Group 7 is. You're the last of the last. Well, sometimes they're the first to get on. Not all the time. Not all the time. You want to know where the best part is? Group 1 and Group 2. I do my damnedest to travel, never to not be in Group 1 or 2. Group 7. We're in Group 7. You're losers. Both for making this a thing and if you are actually in a physical group of 7 or you're numbered a group of 7, you're the last for everything. Stop with your nonsense. We got to talk about 6-7 in a second because there's some other shit there. This was the thing that was sent to me.
Okay.
By the way, this is the GNC 90-cent drink and snack in store thing here.
End of November is go. Okay.
Yeah. November 27th through December 3rd is Ghost Energy drink for 90 cents. Like I said, all of this stuff is it says limit 6 per person. But some of these drinks, I don't know. This Oxy Shield, never heard of that. Blum Energy or Bum Energy.
They're just selling you OxyClean. You're just like, oh shit, the insides are clean now. Now I'm dead.
All this foam is coming out the other side as you're trying to go.
Look, I mean, at this point, we probably just need to do our own energy drink because every there's like 1,000 of them now.
Yeah,
they have entire like store shelves and coolers just full of it.
Yeah, just like potpourri. We'll put out a potpourri. What's your energy drink? Oh, it's like that Twisted Peppermint from Bath and Body Works. All I did was mix it with some lemonade. I put the soap with some lemonade. There you go. It's Twisted Peppermint lemonade. I can't think of a hybrid for peppermint and lemonade.
Mine would be in conjunction with Arby's. It would be carbonated horsey sauce.
There you go.
No one's drinking pure horseradish.
Yeah, it's Schweppes and Arby's horsey sauce.
So gross. Yeah. So speaking of social media, you had sent me something the other day, and I didn't think we'd be talking about it, but I kind of want to bring it up. We pissed off some of the Swifties this past couple weeks, talking about being grifting everybody and stuff like that. And the reaction you got from a couple people was wild. Like the defense of this woman that some of these people are doing, that's got to stop. By the way, that it's not even cult-like anymore. It's religious obsessive. Yeah. She's not grifting her fan base. It's just because you are too old and can't afford to buy all the. That has nothing to do with it. It has nothing to do with what I can and cannot afford and why I'm upset. I'm upset because I'm trying to defend you people and you fucking. What do you mean, you people? The Jews. We're trying to protect the Jews from Taylor Swift. No, it was the fact that she did this for like the last couple albums, but never to the level of this one. Right. Where the album came out really fast. And then 4 days later, here's all the variants, not only for the vinyl, but 24-hour downloads for this version of a maxi single. And then 6 hours for this one, 7.5 for this one. There's an article, I think it might have been Rolling Stone. They talked to a fan who bought everything and spent over $800 yeah,
to buy every variant of the, what is it called? The Last Showgirl?
Yeah.
The album, right?
Did Gabby send that to you? Because she sent that to me.
No.
Taylor Swift fan defends dropping $800 to buy all 26 Life of a Showgirl albums.
Yeah.
And you could see just the pile of merch on the ground.
Yeah.
Of all variants. And like that is.
But there was also quotes from other diehard fans, and they're saying, it's like, I can't justify buying all of this because I'll listen to one of them, but I'm not going to listen to these are all CDs. What kid is using a CD?
Could you imagine you have that 50 CD pack that you used to put in the trunk of your car and it's all just the same album?
Right. Makes no fucking sense. So, so we put that video out there. You can go and check that out. What did we call it? I know people were like, why don't you just call it Taylor Grift? And we talked about that. It was Taylor Grift, but the algorithm's not going to recognize it. There we go. With the algorithm again, you have to put her name and the album title in order for it to circulate and do whatever. So that's why it's called Taylor Swift Grift instead of Taylor Grift, because this way more people would get their eyes on it and see it, hopefully. And lo and behold, it actually works. So if you want to go and, well, that's not it.
Go get some energy drinks and then binge listen to the Taylor Swift 24-hour
There you
Griffs.
go. So if you want to go on our YouTube channel right there, it's called Taylor Swift 24-hour Griffs. You can go and check out everything that we were talking about there. Still to come was the conversation we had a few weeks back about Travis Kelce going to be the millionaire deadbeat husband.
Right.
Which still somebody else brought that up last week. And they said I was catching up on shows, and he goes, I never thought about it. And he goes, but you're 100% right. Doesn't matter how much he'll have like a 9-figure, 2, 3, 6. Yeah. He'll have like a 9-figure amount of wealth in the bank.
He's like co-owner of a restaurant. He's got his own food line. He donates to charities. He does car shows,
all of this stuff. He'll have a 9-figure bank account. Because he's married to the billionaire going there. And he, who knows, when he's done with football, he could retire. He could do whatever he wants or nothing at all. And he'll still be viewed as leeching off his billionaire wife.
Isn't that crazy?
We go into further detail, but I'll get that bit edited and put that up there to hear the whole breakdown of what we think is going to happen. And the fact that she's pregnant, which nobody's talking about.
His security had to stop someone trying to get into his property the other day because they're trying to serve Taylor Swift papers on the Justin Baldoni stuff still. Because there's another lawsuit going and they're trying to serve her to be a material witness. The judge is saying it's not going to be a thing, but he got onto the property, his security got a hold of him, and then he got arrested. I'm like,
you can't at that level, you can't serve the direct person. If you go to their agency, their management, whatever, that legally counts that they've been served. So you don't need to go to
they were trying.
Something's weird about that. You can't just get near somebody. When Trump had his stuff going on before he was reelected again, to be served, you couldn't just go up to Trump, a former president, to hand him papers saying, sir, you've been served in the streets of New York or down by this golf course or something.
Look, if Kevin McAllister can do it when he's lost in New York, anybody else can too.
That is true. There's representation. You go and you handle all that stuff.
Right.
All right. So we talked about Group 7. I want to talk about this 6-7 bullshit.
6-7. So
it's terrible. I'm going to tell you why I'm trying to advocate to being allowed to punch children in the face. So the 6-7 thing started out of nowhere. Actually, that's not true. There's an internet a TikTok rapper, some with an S. I forgot his name. And in the song,
Shabuzi? No.
Shabuzi's actually got a
I was going to say, yeah,
following and shows up at like country concerts and like that guy's everywhere. This rapper did a song about an NBA player. There's a line in there, and it's 6'7" does stand for, in the song, means he's 6'7", this basketball player. But where the sensation came from was, in old hip hop songs, you'd have hype guys in the background and they would just yell shit out in the background.
Star! Yeah. No,
that's for video.
I'm just saying, you get the hype guys in the back.
My favorite hype guy was, is it Muggs from Cypress Hill?
Oh God, yeah.
We have Be Real doing the thing. And it's like, ain't going out like that. Ain't going out like that. And you go, ain't going out like that in the background, which is, I love that guy so much.
Right.
That's like the guy who just dances for the Mighty Mighty Boss Tones. He does nothing but dance on the thing, and he's fantastic.
I always love that guy.
But yeah, Muggs raps and everything too. But when he's not front and center for like the second verse, the chorus in the back, he's the hype guy in the back. He's, ain't going out like that. Ain't going out like that, you know? Insane in the back. He's that guy in the back. It's fantastic. Anyway, this rapper just kept saying, like, when the chorus is going on, whatever, people are yelling, whatever, and he's just going 6-7. He just kept saying it over and over, and that caught on, right?
Well, and then they do this stupid thing where they go 6-7, and then they do the little hand bit, and I'm just like, what the fuck?
Yeah,
are you
getting to
doing?
that. It's so that 6-7 doesn't. I got this. Maybe he does it in the rap video. I don't know.
My daughter sent me. Oh, they're never gonna see it. Anyway, she'll randomly just send gifts that say 6-7. I'm like, fuck you.
Yeah, it's annoying. The rapper's name is Skrilla, and the song is called Doot Doot parentheses 6-7.
Oh God, that's terrible.
Right? Yeah, the song is terrible, and it's not just my personal opinion. Every article I read about 6-7 all said this song is fucking garbage. But anyway, that caught on. So then kids started doing the 6-7 thing, and then this thing came from somewhere, like you're juggling tits, you know, it's just going 6-7. But it's also, that used to be an old thing to mock old Jewish people. I don't know. Is it this? Is it that? It's the same thing. I don't know. This. You know, it was, what's his name? Jackie Mason used to do that. I love Jackie Mason. Right. So, oh my God, say 6-7 and he appears. I want to kill Skrilla. I don't want him to appear at all. So anyway, the 6-7 thing became this big internet meme, and then an internet thing that kids were doing. South Park just did an episode about 6-7. Did you see that?
Yeah, it was I think it was this last episode when they switched to the new season.
Yeah. So they did the 6-7 thing, bringing attention. Then I've been seeing periodicals interviewing teachers around the country. And they all want to quit. Like, it's not even teachers used to get frustrated and with their jobs and wanted to leave because of underfunding, you know, and lack of support from the parents and things like that. Now they want to leave because kids are doing There's a clip. I should have brought this one, but there was a teacher they were talking to where she's talking about the 6-7 thing, but there's other things kids do in class now that she said, I have to yell at these kids in order to get them to do something, because they don't want to listen anymore. She said, she's talking about how she's in front of the class. She's talking about something, and some of the kids are going like this. They're going, yeah, like they're all doing this thing to her, and she has to like slam her stuff down the desk. She goes, "You guys need to stop, or I'm kicking you out." And they would be like, yeah, go on. Like they're all doing this weird performative shit that they all think is making the other kids laugh, but they're all doing it at the same time, right?
Right. There's no class clown. They're all clowns.
they're all retarded. So they have the 6-7. They have that thing. She cited an example of a kid saying, this one girl asked this other boy, "Oh, I left my thing over there. Could you just grab that for me?" And the kid goes, "Yeah," picks it up over on the other side, hands it over to her. And she leans over and like kind of taps his arm like this, like that. And she goes, "Good boy."
My daughter did that to me the other day and I almost punched her. She's like,
so,
good. She goes, "Good boy."
Yeah,
like,
that. And
why are you doing this to me?
The same teacher was telling this girl, so you need to stop doing that. All of you need to stop doing this shit, because they're all doing this ADD shit that they find off of
brain rot.
TikTok.
It's called brain rot.
I know people can say, "Oh, you're old man, generational stuff." No, we get generational stuff, but then this is going past generational stuff. It's going into the point where it's like, you're not functioning like a normal person. Everyone has their own lingo, their own, whatever, music styles, everything. That happens. We know that. Whether you like it or not is personal preference, but you understand how life progresses. These are anomalies that are happening right now. So there was the good boy. There was the, yeah, I get that. The 6-7. there was something else that she brought up too, and I can't remember it. Anyway, the whole point of all of this is the 6-7 stuff is getting out of hand, and not just because, oh, that's just kids being kids. They're interrupting society in ways that are causing problems, not just in their own life and in the classrooms, but in other functions. Kids, you always hear about this stuff. Kids will get, if they all go to Burger King or McDonald's, there's a big group of them there. They're all going to be kids. They're going to be on their own. They're going to be restless and acting out and yelling and screaming and running around, whatever. Get it. It's kids. But when they're going around doing this stupid shit is causing a lot of problems. And like kids are getting the police called on them for all of this stuff. Well, it's escalated. There is a news reporter who was broadcasting from, let me find my notes here so we can get it correct. Broadcasting from a college football game. It was Oregon State versus Lafayette, right? And this is KEZI 9 News in Eugene, Oregon. The reporter's name is Olivia Cleary, sorry. And she was broadcasting a live hits. So she's in the stands essentially, and they're doing live hits from the news before the game starts, the crowd's coming in, what have you. Mm-hmm. Now at first I chopped this up a lot. You're not seeing the whole thing because the thing was a bit long. I only got to the points where it became a real fucking problem. So the news anchor in the studio would throw it to her, tell us about the college sport, and then you see the crowd getting rowdy. It looks like they're just really pumped for football. Look what happens here. We'll break this down.
Halftime now. I mean, I've got some fans around me, probably about 6, 7 fans around me.
That's her first problem.
Oh, right. She knew what she was doing.
Well, she saw these kids behind her, and these are kids from, that one little kid could be the Rizzler, whatever his name is. He's a big, fat, small kid. He could be 10 years old. Some of these kids are anywhere 10 to 17.
Got maybe. That broccoli cut right there. Stupid haircut.
It all looks terrible. And they were all doing this. Like she wasn't live yet, and they were all behind her doing all this stuff. So she just figures, if I play into it, yeah, cool, you get it. And then they would move on and let her do her thing. No. It gets worse. Look at this.
It's a tie game here at halftime. The energy is way better in the stadium than it has been the last couple weeks. So you think maybe the coaching change has... Now,
for the radio audience, you're not hearing it yet. Maybe you are a little bit, but you're not seeing the full potential of where this is going. There's all these kids behind her are all doing the hand motion for 6-7. There's this, look at the guy off to her left shoulder, our right.
Mm-hmm, I'm watching him right now. He's doing the bit.
No, that's the blonde. That's
the blonde guy to her left shoulder. Yeah.
Her left shoulder right over the guy in the hat.
Yeah, I see him.
He's the problem through most of this stuff. Watch as we continue here. But you see how he's doing, they were all doing this juggling 6-7 thing, right. But then he's doing 6-7 with his fingers and his hands.
Energize the fan base a little bit, Brett.
Yeah, I think it definitely has, Olivia. I want to get to the game, though, because it has been really important to see how this program is needed to adjust, right? You have so many different changes going on.
All right.
Mute the feed. Right. You control that. Mute the feed so you don't hear them yelling in the background.
Right. So, again, for the radio audience, we're at a split screen now. The guy at the anchor desk in the studio, and her on the other window of the screen here, still live with the kids behind her, and he's trying to ask her questions about the team, typical filler bullshit in between and leading up to sporting events here. The kids are still yelling 6-7, doing the hand gestures, and even the anchor can't barely hear what's going on. You're right. They should have muted her until he threw another question at her and then bring her right back up.
In the program, again, interim head coach Rob Akey said he wanted to go to more like a team-like atmosphere where every coach and coordinator was kind of putting their hand into the pot to figure out how this team was going to look heading into this game. But the big question mark that I had was on the offense.
The kids are still in the background doing the 6-7 motion nonstop.
Danny Langsdorff is put in as the new play caller, originally an offensive quality control analyst, given the reins. What sort of changes have you already noticed?
And it's building up.
It's just getting worse.
She's not even talking. They're jumping around, going crazy. They're amping up to make this a big problem.
In the first half of action for this Beaver offense.
Let's go, Beaver! Yeah, Brett. Well, the first thing that comes to mind after just watching this first half of football is
watch the guy with a hat. You just heard him yell 6'7".
This fucking guy.
Right? Watch what happens here.
You can definitely tell there is a new play caller in town.
The blonde kid.
I want it now. Now that's when you punch somebody.
This blonde kid who was doing the face just who looks like Mike Morse, if you know the comedian from Uncle Rico. He's popping his head here. He's in front of her live shot. He didn't walk in front of her. He just tilted in from the side. He's blocking the whole lens.
Offense is looking 1 second. The offense is
and she's being professional. She's
trying.
Like
she's
1
trying
second.
so hard.
Looking a lot more versatile. They're getting their tight end in there with more reps.
There's
Still
the asshole
really
with the hat again.
characteristic with the running game, but definitely seeing a lot more passes from.
It's
Malik
like he's
Murphy,
drunk,
Trent
but he
Walker.
looks too young to be drinking, so he's just dumb.
No, it's this weird energy that sometimes young people have where they just feel if I stand there and just act retarded and scream and yell and like I'm so unique and different that people are gonna like he's funny, he's an individual, he's creative and all this shit. He knows he's on TV, he knows he's going to be internet famous or whatever. He thinks this is going to be popular.
This is going to be his thing that gets him going.
This is going to be and also he's going to get accolades from younger people. That was hilarious that you did this. Oh, it is not, because this was only a few days ago, and online is everyone saying, dox this kid, find the horrible stuff to this kid, even though they're not on his account. The news account is deleting comments left and right. I'm amazed they haven't turned the comments off yet, but I saw some stuff there, and when I went back, it was gone. So they have somebody scrubbing a lot of the commentary for it.
And I think even though the game is tied, the offense has looked.
He's having an aneurysm,
and we'll see
right?
through the second half of this game.
Again, you have some people yelling behind you. I'm hoping that's just the excitement from this game.
And the guy on the right now with the sleeveless shirt is now screaming, "Help! Help me!"
God, they're so stupid.
It's like when you have the devil and the angel on your shoulder, but it's two drunk assholes. On her right shoulder is a guy yelling 6'7" at the top of his lungs. On her left is this guy screaming, "Help me!"
Fan is absolutely losing his mind behind you. Olivia, you've been covering this team all season long. You've seen some of the brief.
Now the guy with the hat is back.
Now he's recording it.
And he's got his phone up like he's recording or live streaming the live broadcast.
And a lot of the lows of this Oregon State football squad this season.
I'd break some fucking hands.
Now, here's what's happening. You see some jump cuts here, and you can hear the audio on the radio, and that there's some jump cuts here because there was the other anchor was talking for a while, and she's over there. Those kids, until they cleared them away from her, they were, getting in front of her, behind her, screaming in her ears, yelling, pushing her, all this shit. They got back to her one last time. I had to zoom in on this because she's crying now. She's doing the best she can to be professional. She's not walking away from her post. The director back in the studio should have been talking through the earpiece and said, "We're going to kill this. I'm just going to throw it back and get out of there." Whatever. I don't know if she set this up and she doesn't have a camera guy with her to go and clear these people out. If she had to do this as a self-contained unit, but they cut back to her again a third time. I had to zoom in on the video here. Look at her face. She's crying. She's still smiling, still putting out there, but she's got tears in her eyes from these fucking kids tormenting her.
Honestly, Brett, a win is more important than ever. When they've gotten off to the slow start that they have and have made the coaching changes that they've had, a win would mean everything to this program, and not even just in terms of the season. But we've seen a couple of recruits end up backing off their recruitment from here at Oregon State, and so a win not only would re-energize this program in terms of just the season, but maybe also help them bounce back a little bit on the recruiting trail as well and avoid losing some other commits out of that 2026 class that's been dwindling a little bit.
I'm telling you, one of my kids does this to someone doing this kind of thing, they're grounded.
Yeah.
Like your phone's gone, you've lost all your video games, I throw your computer in the trash. Like, I don't care. I don't tolerate this kind of shit because this is ridiculous. It's the same as like someone like an adult man going up to a news thing and yelling Baba Booey. Like at some point that's dumb. Stop doing it.
Yeah.
But they're not doing it as hardcore as these idiots are doing it. Like
the Baba Booey stuff was just like, you would, like when we used to do Assault on the Media, you weren't supposed to touch the media people, but if you could get in the background holding a wow, the wow sign, or Opie and Anthony, or saying a catchphrase from the show and he gets on the news, that's all it was. It's in the same vein, but to a lesser degree than what this is, right? The Baba Booey stuff was just to get it on there so that Howard would play the news clip. Hey, somebody said Baba Booey on this live news thing, whatever.
I get it.
That's all it was. To this degree is far exceeding what we did, what Howard did, any of those kind of things. This is where it gets out of hand. They need a security guy, correct? If I was the camera guy or her producer that was with her on scene, I would have walked over and I said, kill the feed, and would have punched the kid.
But here's the thing. They're at a live sporting event. I have been to many sporting events. At almost every entrance, what are these? Not concourse, things like that. This open area would have a minimum 2 or 3 venue security guards.
Right.
If they saw that shit happening, someone should have stepped in by now.
I agree.
And said, you gotta go, or I'm escorting your dumb shits out of here. This is a failure, not only just for the youth, but like the security of this venue where they're at. And it's kind of ridiculous because she should have never had to dealt with it as long as she's had to do it.
No, she should have.
And you're right. As a producer back at the studio or somebody else should have said, we're going to kill this.
Back to her. Get her out of there.
Move somewhere else. Go somewhere else. Or we're just scrapping it all together. But
yeah. So the fact that third time back with her and you had to zoom in on that, she like her eyes are wet. Like the second they cut off her, she's wiping her eyes and stuff because the guy's screaming in her ears and she's getting shoved and pushed, and the other kids are getting in front of the camera and everything. And it's not like you showed up at a kid's event where they might have been all exciting and went crazy. This was, a sporting event where people would be going crazy, whatever. But not to this extent where they're just yelling fucking nonsense and ruining the broadcast nonstop for this poor girl just trying to do her job. And then pushing at her, screaming in her ears. That's, in a lot of cases, that can be assault.
Mm-hmm.
So, the 6'7" thing definitely has been getting out of hand. There's other examples online of kids doing this stuff. I saw them where they're running into stores, screaming and then knocking something over and running out. Things along those lines. But this brought me back to only a few years ago. Do you remember the Szechuan sauce with Rick and Morty?
Mm-hmm.
Do you remember the Asian kid? This is the same energy as that asshole in the hat doing the 6'7" thing. Look at this.
No Szechuan sauce? No. I want Szechuan sauce. Where's my Szechuan sauce? I'm Pickle Rick. What beloved dum dum? I'm Pickle Rick. Rick. I'm Pickle Rick.
Like, what does that do? Like,
what the heck?
He thinks he's funny. Funny. Look, that lady's clutching her kids. She doesn't know what the hell's going on here. But he thinks he's funny. He's like, I'm going to go viral.
Oh my gosh, that was hilarious. Wow.
Yeah, see, that's the thing. Those other kids, that was so fucking funny. If I was the manager, I would have grabbed that kid's leg as he's standing on top of the counter there.
Flopped him down. I thought the same thing.
Exactly.
Like the one time he jumped up, I would have went boop. Oh God, I hate people.
Woodpin in the chat saying venue absolutely should have ejected them all immediately. Yeah, they should have.
I really did hate the Pickle Rick bit. Like, it was funny when you first watched the episode, and then when everyone did, it was like when people were doing Borat's "My Wife," and they were doing all those things.
But it was just too annoying. But that's the same like thing. Michael Scott level annoying. That wasn't assaulting people or ruining people's good times. And all that shit.
I mean, some people would do it. Like, people would do that in movie theaters and shit like that. Like, it's just, it's getting worse. Yeah, while you're doing a movie. Like, you're just sitting there watching a movie and someone would, like, do the Pickle Rick bit, or they would do, like, the Borat shit.
Yeah.
I'm just like, oh, I hate the world. And it is getting worse because there used to be this level of decorum where it's like, yeah, you can act like an idiot, but yeah, you don't get in front of people. You don't get into their space. You don't get that close. You're just kind of in the background being dumb.
Yeah.
And then they've taken it to a way different level and it's kind of ridiculous.
Big Red Tower in the chat saying, I recall Club Soda Kenny rattling some dudes around when they tried to start shit during your walkover segment or two. Yeah, but that's why you have security with you, so you can do things. Also, it's mostly the security's there for crowd control. It's like, hey, you can't go over here while we're doing something, whatever. And more times than not, people would be like, oh, okay, sorry, I didn't know. And they would back off a little bit. Or they got a little too overzealous with something we were doing, whatever, and they'd move back and they'd be fine. You didn't have people coming in and fucking like tackling people or dive bombing in with nonsense or whatever. Yeah, it's getting out of control, this ADD kind of mentality that they just think it's okay to randomly do shit out of nowhere because it was trending somewhere. I could liken it to the kids who were doing the Tide Pod stuff. You see something online, they're just dumb enough to do it. You deserve what you get. I mean, it's sad for your family and all that stuff, but if you're dumb enough to say, "Oh, I saw this on the internet, I'm going to do it too," because everyone else is doing it.
Stop raising morons.
Then good, just help control the pet population. As Bob Barker,
say, we're just thinning out the herd.
Bob Barker would say, and it's like, yeah, don't have them spayed or neutered. Have a Tide Pod, drink something, go do parkour off a crane in Russia, something like that. God. World would be better off. Crack the whip. I'm already getting amped up to turn away trick-or-treaters.
The first person that yells 6'7", he's just chucking Mr. Goodbars at their face.
I'll have a nice little spray bottle like you use when you're trying to teach the cat not to, claw the couch. But it's just going to have like ammonia in it.
Frank's red hot.
Right in the eyes. No 6'7". The Angry Leftist. Ooh, fun. What is mean is bullying other radio shows you deem shit, especially in October. Well, what show were you part of, sir, that we hurt your feelings? Yeah, you could do that on the air because it was content. And they were a public show. We were a public show. So you're allowed to discuss those things. And that's the optimum word. Not the optimum word. That's the key word for that is discuss things. We're not showing up and breaking into their studio and going, O&A party rock, 6'7", taking a dump on their floor. Opie walks in, throws a cake, stomps on it, runs out. It's like, what is this show? What are we doing? What
just happened?
No. Hellraiser saying my dad would disown me. My dad would beat the shit out of me or any of my siblings if we were doing something like that. My dad was not mortified of us getting being inappropriate in public because he knew he had us all in line that you will not be doing this stuff. You will never do this again. You will not get any of this stuff. You lose your privileges. You lose whatever else that's valuable to you if you get out of line. And yeah, we did. We did not cause problems anywhere we went. We did not. In fact, my dad would also be the enforcer. I've told this story, I think, once or twice. I don't know if forgive me if I'm repeating myself. There was one time we were in Lancaster, Pennsylvania.
Amish country.
And yes, if you're not in the Amish country area of Lancaster, Lancaster also is known for like a mecca of outlet stores. So you would go to all these major brands had outlet stores, and by outlet store I mean the oddities, the misshapen footwear or whatever that didn't go to the main stores were sold for pretty cheaply at the outlet stores. So we're in this giant shopping center for outlet stores, and parking is atrocious. And so my dad sends, my sisters and my mom and all that. You go in, we'll park the car. So I'm sitting there with my dad. We're waiting. And finally, there's a corner of a parking area. So car this way, car this way. Car's pulling out here. And my dad is perpendicular, right? So this car's pulling out. Dad's car is right here. Car backs out, goes to leave. My dad goes to make the turn to go in. Somebody floored it right through. And like Ace Ventura style, just floored it right in and parked. My dad leans out the window and goes, "Asshole, you saw my blinker and everything going here." And the guy just goes like this and walks away. My dad rolls up the window. And I'm expecting him to go and like want to cave this guy's face in. He's not looking at me. He puts the car in park and he goes, "You have your Swiss Army knife on you?" And I went, "Yeah." And he just leans over to me and he goes, go cut his tires.
Oh my God.
And I went, are you serious? And he goes, do you want me to do it? I should have said yes, but I went, okay. And so I'm thinking I'm going to go stab the tire. And as I'm walking out, he goes, no, cut the nozzle. I went, okay. Cut one of the nozzles. I got back in the car and I left. And we never spoke about it since, but he told me to do it.
Here, put this banana in their tailpipe.
I think I was anywhere between 10 and 12 at that time.
That's bold. That is bold.
And I went and did it, and I cut the tire valve off his back right tire, and we went and parked somewhere else.
That's fantastic. I pine for the days where not everything was recorded by some kind of like video surveillance, where you could do that and get away with it and feel like you finally got someone back. Now it's just like, oh, we caught you.
Yeah.
Wow.
Yep. So that's old school parenting.
That's some hardcore shit. I mean, both of us are in the camp of the second your kid starts to create a ruckus in a public place, you goon hand them out of that public place until they shut the fuck up. I've done it with my children. You've done it with yours, and
I've only had to do it once, and she has never acted out in a public restaurant setting ever again.
Nope. Get you out of there.
Despite family members saying, no, it's okay. Nobody's complaining. And I was like, I don't care.
I don't like it.
Yanked that kid right up out of her seat. Kind of claw held her like this on my arm, took her outside of the store, almost like I was ready to run the rugby football. Right out the front there, held her, talked to her, didn't scream or yell at her, just put the fear of me in her. And I looked at her and I go, we are not going back in there until you stop crying, till you calm down. You're never going to do this again. You will apologize to everybody. I forgot what she did. She blew something and it went all over the table, and we get back in there and she's like, I'm sorry. She just said her sorries and hugs and put her back in, and she was fine. To this day, never had a problem with her in the restaurant again, ever.
I said, just got to goon hand him out of there.
Yep.
Tell him you can't do it, and we're not going back until you stop.
That whole thing is like, well, when your parents raised you, and he goes, a lot of that wasn't appropriate. You can't do that to kids anymore. Yeah. And then look how Gen Z is right now. Now, I'm not saying the entire generation. There's a lot of those young kids. They just don't have personalities, which I don't know is entirely their fault. They're just, subject to their generation. They're nice kids. They just don't have any outgoing personalities. They don't talk. They don't think of things. If it's not right in front of them, they don't think of outside the box, if you will. They don't understand sarcasm, and they don't understand misdirection. Like comedy sometimes falls deaf on their ears when you're making a joke. They take things a little too literally.
Yeah.
And they're like, what would you do? And it's like, I'm kidding. I would never do that. It's a joke. How did you not get that? But then you have the other side of the coin with them, where they're all addicted to devices. Their parents didn't really care, I guess, or did anything for them. And then you get shit like this with, that making that poor reporter cry, yelling 6'7" and screaming in her fucking face and all that. But anyway, if you're in the live room on Twitch and on YouTube, do us a favor if you can. There, hit like if you can. That does help out the program to get the interactions up and what have you. If you're on the radio, feel free to come over to the live room anytime you want, as we do this here. See,
7.
But this guy's ancient as hell. So, it's just like, oh,
at this point, I'm just yelling my age.
That's exactly it is. Boom. Roasted there, my friend. He got you. Anyway, moving on. Where do you want to go? Do you want to do radio stuff? Do you want to do Roblox?
Let's do radio stuff, because we can even save the Roblox stuff for later, because I kind of want to get into maybe next week the TwitchCon stuff. There's a lot of stuff going on there. I think I want to gather a couple more things and get some more videos, so we can kind of tie those two together.
You mean this TwitchCon?
That would be the exact one. We were going to talk about a couple things developing with AI, and we had kind of alluded that we were going to bring this up, but a couple things happened this last week that kind of plays into the idea that radio is going the way of the dodo. And part of it is that most of the time you're not at home listening to terrestrial radio. Most of that listening is done in the car. Well, Tesla has announced that they're dropping FM radio from all their lower model Tesla vehicles. So FM radio is not even going to be available.
Well, here's where it was surprising with this announcement. For the last couple of years, there's been a movement to get rid of AM radio. And it was because AM radio, something with the receiver with AM radio was messing with electric cars. Not just Tesla, but anybody who was making electric cars. There was something with the antenna for AM radio that was causing problems within the electric cars. So there was a movement to get rid of AM radio. And a lot of the broadcast groups and organizations were petitioning the FCC and Congress, all this stuff, to make it that AM radio still had to mandatory be included with car developers, car builders, that these units still needed to be in the car. I don't remember if we ever got an official ruling on any of that stuff, but I know some people kind of back down from the idea that they'd find other ways to route the AM signal into the car. So that
Tesla phased it out in 2020. Congress was currently, now obviously with the shutdown, that's not happening, but they are trying to pass the AM Radio for Every Vehicle Act, which is a bipartisan bill that would require automakers to keep AM radio tuners in all new vehicles as a safety feature at no additional cost. Okay. So they're trying to say, no, you have to have it because obviously, if something happens or, an outbreak goes out or something happens in the world that requires you to have access to news and emergency band signal, things like that, you have to have the AM radio. So right now, nothing official has been passed, nothing has actually gone through, but they are trying to push for that. It is just kind of interesting that not only did Tesla move away from the AM signal back in 2020, is that 5 years later they're just going to get rid of FM altogether, leaving you with no option other than your streaming services, whatever you have on your phone, Apple Play, all that stuff plugged in.
That does make sense. I mean, I understand, radio doesn't want AM, FM going away because that would kill a giant portion of the business, if not the entire business. But the natural progression of a lot of this stuff is, yes, through streaming. Not everybody has internet service or has internet service that works well in a lot of places. If you're driving cross country, internet service can be spotty in areas. But from what I'm trying to piece together with all of this is that they're leading by example, and sometimes you got to take bold steps in order to make change, because a lot of people don't like change, especially if a lot of money is involved. Business wants to just be business as usual and not make adjustments where needed. So Tesla wanting to get rid of the AM FM receiver in the car, also it's stating, goes, yeah, but look, you'll have your phone to do whatever you want, patched to the car. The dashboard will have the open dashboard to download apps, updates, all of that stuff in your car. So you can have your Spotify, you can have your Apple Music, you can have your podcast. You have all of that stuff there in your car. That wasn't really being said at first, but I kind of pieced together. They're trying to, in a way, do the Sirius XM model, but with Starlink, which is all in-house. So Starlink has been very successful if you have the receiver anywhere in the world, you have internet access and good internet access. The cars will have Starlink in them. So you can drive coast to coast, never lose your signal, or rarely would lose your signal, be streaming and not have it interrupted for the most part through the dashboard, through your car. So you have Starlink streaming to Tesla. Makes all the sense in the world. And if Starlink works out that way, then they'll make deals with the other car companies to do Starlink in their cars. It's sort of like, what was the OnStar?
OnStar.
The emergency service thing. A couple of the car companies had it first. A lot of them didn't, but then they started to say, oh, this is worth doing. I don't even know if cars have OnStar anymore.
Mine does. In fact, they just sent me an email saying I can get 3 months free. I've never subscribed to it. Never once. And I've had my car since 2018.
Oh, well, it's amazing. I my cars don't have that, so I wasn't aware that that was still a thing. But yeah, that kind of stuff, you need to take bold steps in order to make changes. So for Tesla, I will say this seems to make sense. It's terrible for the radio industry because if it works out for Tesla and then other car companies want to follow suit and they go, hey, we'll make a deal with Starlink to do this in there, because it's all about, you could say what you want about the consumer, but if they're not buying cars, that's a problem. But if they are buying cars and you're surveying why, because that car has Starlink in there and I can do all my internet stuff, you're going to see every other car company try to make deals with Starlink because that's going to mean sales for them.
Well, yeah, and it's crazy that 74% of all the ad-supported listening in a Tesla is from the AM/FM radio. So to think that they're going to cut off that chunk of ad-supported listening, that's probably what got a lot of people freaking out.
Right. But there's some things that happened really fast since the pandemic, like faster than we thought. Look how fast AI is blowing up all over the place. We knew it was coming. We knew it eventually would be pretty powerful. In the last year, it's growing by, unprecedented measures of what they're doing with this stuff. And I'm not talking about the stupid Bob Barker clips that people keep sending me.
Oh my God. So many of those.
Right.
I mean, I did laugh at a couple, but they're not funny.
They were at first, but then past that point, you're like, all right, enough with the.
They gave that old lady a casket. I'm like, all right, that's pretty.
They gave the fat guy, he won a treadmill.
The crippled kid got a bicycle. I'm like, all right.
The black guy won baby wipes or something. Like it was so. No, the Indian guy won baby wipes. It was just a chance for AI to be racist.
It's just super racist.
But anyway, so if Tesla makes a success out of this, it's going to be really bad unless some kind of federal law gets in place which I can't see how the FCC can require a radio being in a car.
Again, if you market it the way they're trying to pass this bill as a safety feature, you have to have it in a car. You have to have seatbelts. You just have to have the ability to have the the airbags. The airbags turn off.
That's a very hard sell to say radio is a safety feature.
It is when AM radio is going to put out the emergency broadcast system or any kind of emergency signal.
I had when I posted the thing, I had a couple of people writing me, what about emergency alerts and all of that stuff? And I said, my phone goes off all the time for an Amber Alert in Manhattan, in Jersey, something like that. It goes off all the time. When there's tornado things, when there's bad storms, when we had that nor'easter coming about the flooding alert, the phone goes off all the time with this stuff here. That'll be built in, I'm sure by law, for that emergency alert service, weather, national weather system, all of that stuff will be built into all of this stuff as part of the safety feature. So you'll get all of that stuff and your dashboard will alert you. Your phone will alert you. Starlink will have that direct connection set up to this thing. That's where it's heading. I see this. I'm not 100% sure how it plays out, but if it does succeed for Tesla, it's terrible for radio. It's over for radio. Because if that's proven to be the way things are going, people aren't going to turn back to listen to AM radio because they listen to the fucking baseball game in their area. When even with Sirius, you could get, if the Mets were playing the Dodgers on this channel here, you got the Mets announcers. The next channel up, it's the Dodgers announcers. So you got everything that you want, and you're driving coast to coast, not losing the signal. You can do that with Starlink. You do all this stuff. AM, FM, but local radio, no one cares. The radio business cares. Advertisers, I think, do care, but the radio listener does not fucking care about local anything. It's just sad it doesn't. So that's what's happening with Tesla. What happened with GM? I didn't know about this till we were getting the show ready.
Yeah, so GM announced today that they're going to remove Apple CarPlay and Android Auto from all future vehicles, not just their EVs, but like all vehicles.
Why?
The reasoning is that they're wary of Apple's CarPlay expanding too much control over their dashboard systems and being too much like built in. So what they're doing is they're developing their own CarPlay Ultra, I think is what they're calling it, and having an interface where you can download apps piecemeal. There's a electric car maker that I really, really like, Rivian. They've decided not to put Apple CarPlay in their vehicles. They're saying, look, we can offer you the ability to have your phone hooked up, do all this stuff, and have the ability to customize without having to be locked into just what Apple wants you to do or Android wants you to do. And I think more people are starting to realize, like if I want to be able to do stuff and we're going to create these vehicles, we don't have to go to Apple to say we need to support your functionality and license whatever or do whatever with Apple. Let's take that back and let's make it our own thing. Let's develop it in house. And I think that's what's happening here is that they're kind of more software defined platforms. So it's wild.
This seems to me, I could compare it to Netflix becoming the end all be all streaming service for everything. And then all the other companies that saying, well, why does Netflix get to be the big company? They're using most of, like HBO was the first to leave. HBO and Paramount were the first two to leave Netflix. And they're like, well, you're using they're watching all the Star Trek stuff and Godfather movies and everything on Netflix. We could just make our own thing. So they left. And then HBO is like, well, we don't need to have Game of Thrones and Sopranos on there. We could just do our own thing. And they left. And a lot of those services, when they all left, didn't do very well. You know, as we see now, everybody's merging with everybody else and the prices are increasing.
HBO was licensing all their stuff back to Netflix. So Netflix was able to get The Sopranos back and some of these other shows that HBO wasn't actively promoting.
So I'm wondering if this is the same thing where the car companies are looking at like, well, we don't want Apple being the main hub for everything. We could do our own hub. You know, we don't need them. We could do our own thing. But the majority of the people in the world have Apple phones. Android phones are big too, but I think Apple is the leader as far as phone technology goes, for the operating systems at least. So they're trying to like, well, we don't need to use them. We'll just do our own thing here. Jared in the chat is saying General Motors system is Android based, but it's not Android Auto requiring your phone. It's so GM can get the money and charge more for subscriptions.
So they're saying that the change will allow for a smoother, safer, more unified user experience. It's described as a traditional smartphone mirroring. As they're saying that the way it is now, it's too fragmented, and customers are switching between native vehicle software, which is what they're trying to do with their service, and like whatever their phones are trying to do, and it disrupts the flow of connected features like navigation, energy monitoring, driver assistance, and so on. I get that because when I plug in my phone, I automatically go to the Apple CarPlay because it's an interface that I'm used to, and I know that there is a GM version of what I have that's underneath it, but I don't use it. You know, I go to the Apple Maps. I go to this. I know I can use other mapping. No, it's all built in, and it's just
everybody wants their own
ease of use. Yeah.
Yeah.
No, this is exactly what it is. Apple became the end all be all, the Netflix, and now people are realizing, well, we could do this now. So let's take some of our features away and stop supporting.
We'll see
Netflix.
how that goes, because if it's based on past history, you saw how that's like everyone took everything away from Netflix, did their own thing, and then realized, oh, our own things aren't enough to support what we're doing. We got to make a cross deal with Netflix again because more people are there, because essentially they were first for all of this stuff. Tom from Alberta saying, I've been seeing a lot of Starlink antennas mounted on pickup beds, covers, pulling RV trailers. So it is out there.
I've seen because you could sell kits. You can even buy them at Walmart. They have a whole section of just Starlink stuff, and they're flat. They're the size of maybe like a 24-inch television, little flat screen, and then you just mount them on top of your car, you run the wires in, and then you're connected all the way wherever you want to be. And I've seen a lot of them on those Escalades and all that stuff, and they're just so flat you barely notice them.
Right. But also Tom saying Android Auto doesn't support the Twitch app, so I can't watch It's Eric Nagel while I drive. You shouldn't be watching with what you haul anything other than the road, my friend. But also we're on YouTube. You can just switch over there and watch us over there. Jared in the chat saying Android worldwide is the leader by a massive margin. In the US, Apple is the majority. Okay. So more people outside of the United States are using the Android operating system compared to iOS. Okay. I get it. Woodpit saying, how much is the Starlink internet per month? I don't know. I don't really have much experience with Starlink stuff.
Let's go. Let's look. Starting at $59 a month for your first year of service. So that's where they get you. It's $60 a month for the first 12 months. And then after that, it probably bumps up for twice as much money.
Yeah.
But it depends. If you're doing residential roaming, if you're doing roaming, you can buy a little Starlink Mini. It's like a little thing for $300.
Right.
And then it's $50 a month.
I think
sure that's $50.
If this car feature grows the way that they're hoping, then I think you'll start seeing the Starlink price drop down.
So $50 a month for 50 gigs. So that's like your little infrequent individual travel. So no one's ever going to do that. So if you want unlimited, it's $165 a month. And that's the one that you'd still have to buy a little receiver. So to get started, you're going to spend about $300 and then spend $165 a month. And that's good if you're traveling, if you're, a trucker like Tom, and you need the entertainment, you need the service, you need the reliability of having that ability, to do that. I could see that. I don't know. I've never trusted satellite internet ever. So who knows? I don't know how fast they are, and I work from home, so I have to be able to have that reliability, and I've never trusted it.
Right.
So until it becomes something that I can rely on, I don't think I've ever made the switch.
Jared asking, Starlink also just provides regular cellular signaling now, and T-Mobile uses it for messaging and limited calls.
So does Apple with the newest update that they just did a couple months ago. They do the same thing. Because I've been beta testing it since March, and you can, if you got an outside signal, you can make SOS messages and things like that using satellite systems. It like triangulates.
What if you want to send an SOS to the world?
I mean, maybe to the police.
It beats a message in a bottle, though.
It's true. It's much faster.
If you're in the live room, both YouTube and Twitch, hit the like button. Help out the show. If you haven't subscribed already, please feel free to do so. Hit the follow button. Hit all of that stuff. We do appreciate your patronage. Crack the Whip. I hope that someone gets my
message in a bottle.
I thought he was talking about his ass or something. I mean, who knows?
Oh, he's playing into the bit, Eric.
Everybody's into their own thing. AI radio is becoming more and more a thing. About 2 years ago, we talked about this station in Portland, Oregon, where they brought in an AI radio personality to handle middays at a pop station out there.
Mm-hmm.
And I forgot what the AI Chelsea. I forgot the name. You can look. We have a video on our YouTube. You can find it. They were promoting. It's like, oh yeah, there's a different jock that she was in, again, I guess in Michigan. She voiced the AI thing. AI Ashley. They licensed her voice and all of stuff. And AI Ashley was going to be the midday jock, answering phones, playing music, would talk to the listeners. Like it was all there, and any news and stuff you had to feed into the system. It would do local news, what have you, contesting. Not too long ago, a couple months ago, that job was open and available online. They got rid of the AI Ashley. Did not work out the way that they thought. But in a surprise change, there is a gentleman that I don't expect any of you to know, but if you're in the radio industry, you know this man's name. His name is Joel Denver. He used to manage the website for Radio and Records, which was the Bible for the radio and the music industries. He ran Radio and Records online, and then he ran a website called All Access, which was a multi-purpose website for different formats. You get news, radio announcements. If a jock lost their job, they were constantly posting your information and pretty much amplifying you to the industry, saying, hey, these people are available. If you need somebody, you should talk to them. Job postings, tie-ins with music promotions, all of this stuff. Well, they kind of shut it down about a year or so ago. Well, he just announced with some other partners that he was working with, they are now making 24/7 AI-infused radio stations that they will contract and syndicate to your market to give it a hyper local experience, because they feel radio can't do that anymore, either with the layoffs or with, however the radio company's attitudes are. They just don't give a shit. Most of the people that you hear on your radio stations, if they're not the morning or the afternoon drive, they're voice tracked from some other market. People in other markets are voice tracking like 7 other stations besides the one they work on. So that, it greatly reduced the workforce. You lost a lot of personality programming. Radio's been terrible for a long time now. So they put this out as this big thing. It's like, we're revolutionizing radio again, with a company called SonicTrek, which leverages AI to create distinctly different 24/7 audio formats that are 100% localized to your market. This means, hey, you can fire everybody else at your local station bring us in, and this thing can be customized to whatever you want specifically to fit your local market, your local listeners, whatever. And we have, they said, we have an impressive talent pool of radio legends and radio pros available to use for these things. So you get to pick from a little talent pool of people who have licensed their voice to this company and will be the local jock in your area to do this radio station. And you can feed it local news, you can feed it local announcements, all of those things. And these AI things will go on the air as if it's a real DJ to talk to you about things happening in your area, answer calls, all of this shit. And it's not just the DJ anymore. This is the entire station. And here's what they're promising with the power of AI and local. Listeners enjoy nonstop programming that feels personal and relevant. Broadcasters get efficient, turnkey content that reduces expenses. Joel Denver's moniker, his slogan, his branding for all this time was radio's best friend. He was the guy helping everybody in radio. Now his new thing is a complete 180. It's like, we'll get rid of everybody in radio if you license our thing. I posted, some unhappy comments in their Facebook posts. Other people did too. And they were saying, well, the future will continue with or without us, whether we do this or not. So it's best to get on board and try to redirect the future than be affected by it. That's your bullshit. It means you can't work in radio or anything else anymore. So you're going to come up with this thing so that you can control what radio does going forward. Now, look, he had some valid points about what current radio is doing with corporations and what have you. But the whole thing is like, well, we can program here. We don't need these people anymore. You work a deal with us. We put it in there. We can give you local radio that regular companies can't do anymore, is what they're promising. So radio's best friend is now advocating to fire everybody else that's still even in radio anymore. Get rid of all those people. Cut the expenses. Get rid of everything. For a fee for here, you have our, tech support and what have you. We'll give you all of this stuff here, and you can 100% customize it to your market and your specifications. They're helping, and people in these posts are applauding them. Bravo, this is fantastic. You always can predict the future. This is great. And I'm like, all of you are fucking pathetic and sad. You've been in this business for how long, most of these people, and you're applauding that because they're not in the business anymore, or they can't do this shit anymore, so they don't give a fuck about the younger people or the newer generations of the people coming up in radio. Like, well, we did our thing, and we don't care what happens. Shut the door on that, as long as we can still keep making money on this thing. So that's what this thing is doing now. Advertisers reach engaged audiences with programming that truly sounds local. Really? What programming? Because I don't know any song that's on the radio right now that makes me think specifically local. I mean, if you heard a Bruce Springsteen song, you think he's Jersey, Bon Jovi, Jersey, Billy Joel, Long Island, no doubt you think of, Orange County, California. There's people from places you think, but you're not thinking, that's not local. Thinking, oh, he's from New York does not mean local. What country artist do you hear and you go, you know what? I think of Montgomery, Alabama when that song comes on, because that song really speaks to Montgomery, Alabama. It doesn't. And that's the shit that they're trying to push right here.
Finally, that local sound I've been looking for.
Right.
It's your cousin Marvin.
Yeah. It's your cousin AI.
You know that sound you were looking for?
AI
Well, listen to this.
Yeah.
It's just an AI unit.
Well, I have some examples of their programming.
Mm-hmm.
Now, they have customized channels here. They have the thing where you can fill out to get the programming decks, the sales pitch, all of that other shit, what you get with all of this stuff. I have about 5 channels here. The first one I want to show you is a female-driven alternative format. Because from one of the notes I read was that there's not really an ideal female format programming philosophy out there, execution. for how this is done. So this is going to mix like the alternative music format in a way that it will appeal to women and really, really win them over, right? What I'm going to tell you is that the AI sounds like that mentality that Daria had, the old animated show. Very Gen X, meh. I talk like this, very monotone. That whole LA West Coast mindset where they have the little quips
Whatever
stuff. Yeah. Want to take a listen to this?
Yeah, please.
Welcome to Phoebe FM, Curiously Alternative, the world's first AI-generated radio station. We will turn your FM radio station into a high-tech, state-of-the-art platform.
Hi, I'm Phoebe, your charming host, your DJ of the future, and in all likelihood, your soon-to-be bestest friend.
How fast would you turn that off?
Oh, almost immediately.
Yeah,
Hi, it's Phoebe.
I'm from LA. We're so different and unique at the same time.
Think of me as the perfect blend of technology and personality, powered by cutting-edge AI, but rooted in the heart and soul of great music. I deliver a uniquely curated playlist of female-leaning alternative tracks with a pop twist, crafted to resonate with the seekers, the dreamers, and the endlessly curious.
The dreamers. The secret, all this fucking buzz nonsense. Oh, James.
My voice, my vibe, and my choices are all designed to connect deeply with local listeners while bringing something breathtakingly fresh to your airwaves.
How is this breathtakingly fresh?
Why am I here? Radio deserves reinvention. I'm proof that technology can be more than just disruption. It can be a creative partner.
Fresh air, breath of fresh air. Creative nonsense.
Together, we built something that honors radio's amazing legacy, while at the same time engineering its still very promising future.
Yeah, by destroying radio's legacy and the people that made it. Yes, Bartholomew, this is breathtakingly bland.
Why not take a leap with me? Let's explore what happens when you mix quirky charm, deep music knowledge, localized real-time content for each market, and 24/7 dedication to the listener experience, all powered by AI. Spoiler alert, it's amazing.
Oh, it's not amazing at all. None of this is breathtakingly fresh.
I'm Phoebe, curiously alternative, and this is just the start. Now let's make some magic.
This is Phoebe in LA, and I gotta tell you, the Boulevard of Broken Dreams wouldn't be so bad if they just fixed the damn potholes. This is Phoebe FM.
Don't praise the machine, Eric.
Los Angeles.
It's about the bad jokes. Like, it's all just terrible.
It's a pun machine.
Yeah. Scan this book of dad jokes and put it in there. Let's see if there's more.
Phoebe FM. I remember this song like it came out just yesterday. Or maybe it was today. Oh, geez, I'm already confused. Anyway, this is Today by Smashing Pumpkins. And I promise I'm going to get better at this.
Oh.
Oh, she's so personable.
This is terrible.
This is Phoebe FM, and yes, I'm Phoebe. And right about now, I bet you're thinking, hey, I love this. It sounds just like college radio. And that's flattering, but we're just not that serious here. We're more like junior college radio. Kind of like college radio, but with half the homework and twice the Jell-O shots.
Dell Technologies.
Tom from Alberta. Somehow Phoebe sounds like an annoying vegan. That's exactly it.
Curiously,
pretty sure you
already knew that.
Yeah.
That was more for the first timers. Oh, and welcome.
Welcome back to Poser FM. I'm Generic Voice.
This thing is terrible.
Oh, God. This is
trying to mute
stupid.
the song shit because
Mark C saying Phoebe or Phoebe.
This is a song that I loved the first time I heard it, but you have to be careful with this one because once you hear it, you can't get it out of your head. This is Glass Animals and Heat Wave.
I could get that out of my head pretty easy. You know what I couldn't get out of my head? Cat's fucking a handbag. Mary had a vaginal malfunction. I couldn't get out of my head.
Did we mention
Phoebe
that?
Here, and you can call me Phoebes. I won't love it, but we're good like that.
I
Did we mention that the band who did that terrible song actually liked one of our posts about their terrible song?
Yes, I was glad they liked it.
I loved it. It was fantastic.
Phoebe FM, curiously alternative. Here's a fairly new song that I'm pretty sure is going to be getting major play on a station like this 25 years from now. So I'm thinking to myself, I'm not waiting 25 years. I want to hear it now. And you're welcome.
This is terrible. This is for 60-year-old people that think that they're edgy and hip and with it.
By Miles Smith. And this is Phoebe FM. And man, if I could sing like that, right now you'd probably be listening to Miles FM, Curiously Alternative. And I'd be out on the road touring and living my best life. So anyway, I'd like to change gears for a second and take a moment to say thank you. Thank you for hanging with us. And thanks for sticking by us when there's a million other spaces, platforms, and apps screaming for your attention.
Yeah.
It feels like FM radio has become the classic vinyl of the media world. So we just want to tell you how much we appreciate you dusting us off and dropping a needle on us.
No one's listening
it means
to this.
Everything to us.
Make 2025 the
No one's listening to this. Are they playing ads in here? I don't know what that is. Yeah, it's like, thankfully, there's all these places you can go to. Oh, you're right. Yeah, there are these other places. I don't need to listen to this. Thanks, Phoebe. Goes to YouTube. Goes to Spotify. Here's your weekly crafted playlist for you.
And yes, she asked me to introduce her just like that. I know. Weird, right?
So beyond terrible.
That was the caller from hell. Well, hot dog, we have a wiener.
This is Phoebe FM. So, under normal circumstances, it would be virtually impossible for me to contain my adorable snark. At least I think it's adorable. Anyway, I might have gone with, maybe she should have said yes, 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 instead of no, no, no. But this person's talent was so great, and her loss so profound. I'm going to go with less is more here. Maybe even a moment of silence. Crazy, right?
Imagine
Here's
Phoebe got canceled for being
and you know
insensitive to rape victims.
Yeah.
Stupid AI.
We know this June 19th's not a real holiday. What? All right, station's gone.
I, for one, like that it's called Columbus Day.
And that
again.
takes my breath away every time. And like my fellow Los Angelinos, we can finally breathe again. I know the smoke has cleared and the news trucks have moved on, but I all know many of you are still struggling. So whether you're rebuilding or relocating or reopening, we can help guide you to resources for contractors, for small business loans, and even for day-to-day essentials. Just log in to our Phoebe Cares website and know that no matter what, we got you.
You're listening to Phoebe FM, Curiously Alternative, because you're good looking and smart and cool.
What the fuck was that?
That is...
Well, that is false advertising right there, because some of us are not good looking or cool.
Wow, that was garbage.
That is bad. That is really bad.
Here's something that I'm sure...
bland and terrible.
You know what the rest of the country really enjoys for programming? Stuff out of New York and Los Angeles.
Well, that's
the rest of the country loves
Angeles.
Being dictated by stuff out of New York and Los Angeles.
Like Frosty, Heidi, and Frank.
Exactly. Something like that. Or is that a real show?
No, that was.
Oh.
That was at LA, Frosty, Heidi, and Frank. It was right after they did... who was that guy that was always talking about womanizing and smoking cigars and stuff like that?
Tom Likas?
Tom Likas. So that like out here when they moved it, whatever they did.
1-600-5 800 Tom. Blow me up Friday. Tom Likas, bitch, get on the phone. I hated Tom.
Show me your headlights.
Show your headlights, then kick it into neutral. Push her ass out into a highway.
What was it? Whip 'em out Wednesdays?
No, that was us.
Was that you guys? Okay, he did another bit.
He did Flashing Fridays or something.
It was Flashing Fridays.
Until we called him out on that, and then he had to stop doing that.
Tom Likas here. Come on.
And he got fat and bitter, and then he bought a vineyard or something once.
Yeah, as I was going to say, he was big in the wine. He's like, I'm going to be smoking my cohibas this weekend and drinking from my own vineyard.
He became a crippling alcoholic.
He's a fucking asshole. I hated that guy so bad.
Yeah.
And then,
you know who would be good? I don't know why this popped in my head. If they ever made some kind of biopic or something that involved Tom Likas, you know who would look good for Tom Likas? You know how he's all disheveled now? Rainn Wilson?
Yeah, I could see that.
If you get the thinner rounded glasses and the trench coat, he would be a great Tom Likas for.
Didn't
for
he play like Dr. Demento on that Weird Al?
Yeah, he was in the Weird Al movie.
I love that. That was good.
Yeah, but Rainn Wilson would be a good Tom Likas.
That would be. Yeah, he would. Tom Likas here.
Mind. We could try another format here.
Yeah, I kind of want to hear another one real quick before I vomit completely.
My Country FM. This one is called Starship FM.
Whoa, hold on. Is Starship like 70s rock kind of music?
This one's called Cool Classics.
Oh, that could be anything pre-1985.
Yeah, I don't know what Starship is. Let's see. There's a playlist feature that does not give me the playlist. Let me see what their top hits list. Oh, yeah. So I love when new websites or new companies put out their demo stuff and they add all these web click features and you go to it and it's empty. It's like this information would be helpful if you could, if you could tell me what it is, but that doesn't seem to be the case here. So
Grand Funk Railroad paved the way for Jefferson Airplane, which cleared the way for Jefferson Starship. The stage was now set for the Alan Parsons Project, which I believe was some sort of hovercraft. That's what Starship. That's all they're going to be playing is just like a lot of Grand Funk and Jefferson Starship.
Yeah, they're going to be playing a lot of this. I would do. You know what I would do?
Just an all parody show.
I can't get Norton to do it, but I would love to do a mock demo of this Chippa FM.
Chippa FM,
and it's Chip is the jock, and we just play. It's horrible stuff that doesn't go together.
It's not even like one defining genre.
No, yeah, it's really weird.
Yeah.
It's just songs that shouldn't be played together or very off-putting. And oh my God, if you had Chip doing the Chip FM motherfuckers, or whatever. I'm going to pitch it to him. I doubt he'll do it, but if we could write that out and just do like a 15-minute demo of Chip
that would be fun.
Being an AI voice for a radio station.
That would be awesome.
Like, you have other options, but you got Spotify on. God damn it. Don't listen to them. Listen to us.
Like Sticks, I just heard them on the King Biscuit Flower Hour.
Fuck yeah. Listen to us. Yeah. Don't listen to them.
Fuck yeah, radio.
I don't get it. Here's Barbie Girl. And then it just goes into Barbie Girl.
That would be so good. Just like his lead up makes no sense. He's confused, and then he goes, "Okay, coming up next, Bob."
Then we could do a little segment too, where it's Chippa's flush the format, and he gets to play what he wants for an hour, and it's just all gay related songs. You think that they're fucking like huge hits, like Macho Man going into Venga Boys, going into Jill Sobul's I Kissed a Girl, like all that weird shit. And it's like, we're sensing a theme here, Chip. Classics. Number one chart toppers.
That'd be so good.
I gotta pitch that to him, see if he wants to do it. Bagsley, $5 home run Chippa. Yeah,
we actually had another one back in there somewhere since we're moving on.
Did
hit that sounder again? I'll bring it up.
Well, hold on.
Konnichiwa, motherfuckers. We got Steve Doherty donating 1,000 yen.
So that's what, $1.380?
About $6, maybe.
All right.
Not bad.
Sure?
Yeah, something around there.
It's always fun watching Asian programming when they're like, oh, that's 13,000 yen. And you're like, what? And it's like, oh, it's $7. Oh, okay. $7. It just sounds more dramatic.
Right. Well, arigato gozaimasu.
See, Eric Ma's in there 100%. People like Crack the Whip. All sick fucking puppies all day. My God, if we could do Chippa FM.
Chippa FM.
We got it. All right. I'm going to try to reach out to Norton and pitch that.
I was close. I said around $6. Good one.
There we go.
I know my yen.
Very kind of you, Steve. I didn't see that come in. I apologize. Otherwise, we do it. All right. Let's check out Starship FM and see what this actually is. I don't know what format this is.
Welcome to Starship, a new and original approach to classic rock. Rooted in the magic of the great album-oriented rock stations of the 70s, Starship is designed by the creator of album rock, Lee Abrams, for 2026.
Lee Abrams!
Thorough reimagination.
He was one of the guys that created
Starship
XM.
Focuses on full-spectrum rock and roll.
And he was one of the guys in charge of us at the very beginning.
Exciting new features to create a tour
where he was always like, don't do traditional radio. Think outside the box. Where Steve C started coming up with these weird
radio cliches.
Where Ramon came from, the weird sweepers where women were getting like mutilated or something for no reason. That was all because Lee Abrams kept telling us, like, don't do anything within a format. And now he's leading the format that's going to kill off radio that he's been part of for 100 years. Crack the Web. Do they have rambling stories about Elvis that go nowhere station? I'd sign up for that. This already sound like elevator or office music.
107.9 Starship is KSTS Austin.
What was that accent?
Somebody in LA doing a Texas station. So wait, this is an actual format of a radio station? They're not even coming up with their own shit? I've heard no jocks talking. It's just music going into music.
Right.
And I got to keep turning it down so we don't get flagged for it. But Where's the personalities for this? At least with Phoebe FM, it's like, oh, this bitch doesn't stop talking. On this station, the guy doesn't talk at all.
On the Starship,
they've already laid off the AI
Sun,
people.
Off Ghost in the Machine from the Police. We also heard from the Jimi Hendrix Experience and the Eagles. Zach's here. Welcome aboard the Starship. A musical journey through time, like you've never heard before. We just got in some live tracks just released from the Moody Blues, and we'll be digging into them coming up at 4 o'clock this afternoon. We'll take a short break, and then we'll embark on our next long journey of Starship classics, starting with a great one from the 90s next.
There's something about the cadence that throws me off with the AI. It's like it's very slow and calculated.
Because it's reading.
I understand that, but like, it's just so weird. Like, if they sped the cadence up, it could be almost passable. I mean, the content sucks, but there's just something artificial about the way it sounds.
Our next phase begins now.
On the Starship.
All right. Yeah.
That's so weird.
Hello, Smithers. You are good at turning me on. Here's Vertical Horizon.
I will swallow my breath. That's how my Steam Deck turns off.
Yeah. So they go several songs and nobody's talking here. All right, Starship sucks.
Right. At least Phoebe was trying to bore us to death.
Let's see what
were some of the other ones?
Cool Classics.
Isn't that Starship?
Cool Classics is a fresh take on classic hits, designed to connect with today's listener while celebrating the music they've loved for decades.
Oh, all the overused songs you see in movie trailers. Here's Peter Gabriel, Salisbury Hill.
The biggest songs of the 70s, 80s, and 90s.
The biggest songs of the soundtrack of 10 Things I Hate About You coming up.
Vibrant, not tired or recycled.
Sixpence None the Richer.
For your lunch hour today, the entire soundtrack of So I Married an Axe Murderer.
Unlike other classic hit stations, familiarity with excitement, weaving in creative presentation and engaging features that keep listeners coming back.
All right, it's time for another one-hit wonder. This next band burst onto the scene in the late 90s with a song that was pure energy. Big chorus, smart lyrics, and one unforgettable vibe. Then, poof, they were gone. New Radicals. You get what you get.
Too bad. Yeah, you get what you get. A DJ that has no energy and that's promoting pure energy.
Her cadence is better than the other one, but it's still just so weird.
But you could tell what was...
You can.
The explaining of the demo was somebody, a human.
Isn't just nostalgia.
Listen.
It's timeless music
That's a person
reimagined for right
saying
now. This is the station that will capture the market, energize your audience, and drive results. Now, let's listen to Cool Classics.
When it got to the AI jock talking, it was talking like this, reading off a cue card. Yeah, these are all terrible.
So weird.
Awesome playlist you keep in your head? We just turned it into a radio station. I'm Randy on KATH San Francisco, where every song is a hit. 95.5 Cool Classics.
Now, do they have to legally tell people that this is AI, or could they put this out there and play it off
I don't know.
as a DJ and never like pull back the curtain? And I wonder how many people would be confused by it.
I don't know. Hold on, just gonna talk again. No, I guess not. Going into another song. Yeah, I don't know if they legally have to. I'm sure the FCC is going to require something. That you got to say that these are AI generated. Because I mean, we play any AI related stuff on the show. We don't have to file it for the iHeart stuff, but for YouTube we do. We have to put it into that thing where you got to mark off that there's AI material.
Right, but that's video content versus audio only.
Should still be nice tonight for that sold-out Billy Idol show at the Greek in Berkeley if you're going.
At your local radio place.
Including one of the hottest videos to one of the coolest songs from the 80s that you sang in your first car and in your bathroom mirror. And once in a while, your rearview mirror. But I'm definitely not recommending that now.
Hey, want to hear something great? Right now at Wendy's.
This is the AI jock doing live read. Yeah. But here's the other thing I don't get.
We're going to get right to it because we've got way too much great music to get to and way too little time on 95.5 Cool Classics.
So I hate that everything they're playing is classic, and this is all my high school and 2000s.
Here's what I don't get. If this is supposed to be AI generated stuff, why are they putting in the call letters and the frequency and stuff? Is it to show that this is what your station would sound like on actual broadcast?
It's possible.
I mean, it would have to be, I guess.
95.5 Cool Classics.
All right. There's not much life to this one either. Oh, there's another Phoebe FM? Oh, this is the actual station. Oh, I can see the playlist and everything. Want to guess the song that's coming up next? On the Phoebe FM, Women's Alternative.
Oh my God, is it Katy Perry?
No, it's Lemonhead's Mrs. Robinson. And then after that, Coldplay, The Scientist. Need You Tonight by INXS. Oh, here's a woman's alternative classic, Time Bomb by Rancid.
How is NXS part of the women's class? Like, wouldn't you think that?
I don't know, Jordan. Just slide over here and give me a moment. Your moves are so raw. I have to let you know that I am
Next on the women's only Skilo. I wish. So dumb.
1901 by Phoenix. Black Velvet by Alana Miles. I remember that song.
I mean,
Black Velvet in that little boy's smile. She's So High by Tal Bachman.
She's so
here's another one. Buddy Holly, Weezer. Let's go from two depressing songs into Buddy Holly's Weezer. This is not
this
good.
This is bad. This is bad. And this is what none of you are going to be listening to your non-FM radio stations in your car.
This is the country station.
Oh, do they give them a southern twang? I'd be curious to see if they lean into that. You know, country music only has the country like twang to it.
Let's take a listen.
Are you ready for a new radio station? It's here. It's My Country. Make My Country your country. A station
Make
that
My
plays
Country
all of your
great
favorite
again.
country music and keeps you in tune with the artists and the comings and goings in your town.
This next song's gonna be
Tune into a
huge.
country music radio station where the classics meet the best.
This
new
sounds like
music.
Saturday
We're
Night
bringing
soft
you
rock.
A wide range of country music.
Right?
Tim McGraw, Carrie Underwood, Luke Combs, with surprises from the past and fresh new music that you'll hear here first. Make us your home on the radio. My Country is your country, your music all day long. Stay tuned and let's get country. My Country.
99.3 KXYZ Little Rock, My Country. Today's hits and your all-time favorites.
Welcome to My Country. I'm Suzanne, your AI-generated host. This is your country headquarters for today's stars.
She does
and
mornings
your
on the
all-time
NPR station
favorites.
and then comes over
Getting
and
this
rocks
hour
out on
rolling with a
country.
#1 from Morgan Wallen's album, I'm the Problem. An album he has declined to submit for Grammy consideration, just in case they were thinking about it.
Yeah, whatever this is. 99.7 My Country. We're all up for building the wall, right? Here's Pink Floyd. And then it goes into the wall. And you're like, wow, there's a tie-in. Didn't see that coming.
Right.
Come on.
Anyway, 99.5 My Country. I support what ICE is doing. Here's Morgan Wallen's new album. It's like, wait, what? Who made this? All Christy Noel all the time.
Country, that's your #1. 3-time platinum selling Famous Friends with Chris Young and Kane Brown. I'm Suzanne. Thanks for joining me today. I've got another set of Famous Friends on the way. It's the latest from Scotty McCreery with the song that's become his fastest climbing hit of his career.
With Progressive's home quote,
I don't understand why the AI keeps putting in the taking a breath sound.
Right?
Like when somebody's speaking and you got to talk like this, and then you go like that I just did. It's doing that a lot. AI shouldn't be having to take a breath.
We recorded this fat woman doing all the AI generation. She just would not stop breathing heavy.
I know. We keep
It's just
trying to
easier to
remove
keep
it
it
from
in.
the AI, but the AI keeps thinking heavy breathing and eating in the microphone is what Americans want to hear. So I was sitting
This is really bad.
eating a bowl of Tex-Mex, watching ICE raid the Home Depot right off the highway ramp there. Ain't that a shame? Here's Fats Domino.
Speaking of Domino's, I was enjoying a large pizza all by myself while watching the White House get demolished, and I was listening to Tim McGraw.
Yeah, it ties in. It's a whole bunch. The other station has
It's just a lot of political shit, just intermixed with non sequiturs.
Talking about the No King protests goes into King of Wishful Thinking. It's like, who's programming this station?
Is your country.
That would be the best, like, just transition into it.
Her daddy Cole gave his baby girl his middle name. Rainy Gale is just about 3 months old now. Here's Cole Swindell on My Country. She had me at Heads, Carolina.
I saved the demos to do live on the air. I'm not really that worried about AI anymore.
No.
It's like, good luck if they could try to sell this thing. I was kind of outraged over the concept, because it's going to cost people their jobs more so than's been going on. But if that's what you're going to put out there, and if that's the direction the industry is going to go, they're not going to make the impact and the money that they think they are.
I really want to start developing just really odd segues into songs. Like that's now going to be my whole bit tonight. You're going to be getting random texts like, this is 99.5 Pure Country. I love that they're deporting everybody. Speaking of Port of Lonely Hearts by Johnny Cash. And it just goes into like, what?
The National Guard just arrived in the mean streets of Los Angeles. Well, technically, it's only a 3-block radius, but yeah, you never know. Things are going to go look hectic down there, especially when people are on their way home, heading to the 405. Here's Rico Suave. I couldn't think of his name. What's his name?
Ricky Martin?
No.
Oh, hold on.
Gerardo,
yeah. Anyway, knows who's not getting Menudo? Most of the people getting raided by ICE, but you guys get Menudo right now. It just goes into a Menudo song. It's like,
yeah, for your 2 for Tuesday, well, within the Menudo universe there. This was a number one hit in the late 1990s, at 1998, 99, I think. Whatever. Here's Ricky Martin's Livin' La Vida Loco. You know he's a gay, and then it goes into the song, and that's it.
Actually, no, the song starts playing and then it cuts off. Sorry, we were just informed that he was gay, so we had to stop playing the song. Here's somebody else.
And then you hear the sound, the strong bad clip, and he just goes, "Bulleted." And then the next song comes on, and you're like, whoa, this station has balls.
I'd listen to a strong bad AI radio station. Teen Girl Squad! It's like, nice.
I don't know why this guy has tattoos on his face, on his hands, and metal in his mouth, but it does look kind of cool. Post Malone.
Here's Post Malone.
Circles.
Sunflowers. It's like, oh.
All right. Well,
so funny.
We have that. We need to cleanse the palate before we move on to segment 2 here. I'm going to show you some happy things. One, I know you're a Tron fan. We're all Tron fans, but
I did. You can't see it from here, but you know those little Funko itty bitties?
Right.
I found one that it's an arcade cabinet. So I'll grab it like between, but it's a little arcade cabinet of Tron, and inside you can put a little tiny itty bitty Tron, and it's fucking awesome. Like, it's just so great.
Okay.
Yes, I'm a big fan of Tron.
Till it falls off the shelf and someone steps on it, but yes, fantastic.
The dog swallows it.
Well, I thought we could use some cheering up. Tron Ares came out, did not deliver. Did not do well, and a lot of it is because people hate Jared Leto.
They really do.
But I would like to show you something that will put a smile on your face. Jared Leto doing a little promotional stop to promote the movie.
Okay.
I said, are you ready?
Wait.
How you doing, San Francisco?
Sounds like a full crawl. Fuck.
It's not even halfway full.
Oh, so much empty seats.
Yeah. So many empty seats.
College lecture hall right now.
You don't see that with a Tom Cruise movie, even if you didn't like the latest Mission Impossible. When he shows up at theaters, the place is packed. People are throwing popcorn, standing up on their feet when the talent shows up to surprise people like this. Even the Gabby's Dollhouse movie, the girl who plays Gabby did surprise show ups at theaters and everything. There's videos out there screaming as if she was like a K-pop band. These little kids going crazy that Gabby showed up in their theater. Jared Leto, one of the biggest Disney franchises they have. Nothing. Look at this. There's no one there.
Oh
Look at the
like
first
they
four
didn't
rows.
warn him. Like they didn't think someone looked in there and goes, "Yeah, we probably shouldn't do this. This is going to be bad optically."
Good. All right. Well, we just won't film it. Doesn't mean somebody else doesn't have their camera on in the fucking theater. So, like, I turned it off because what he's saying is not important. But he's standing in the front walkway addressing the theater here, and look how they had to angle it now. It's just on him, not on the people in the movie theater anymore. Oh, now they're panning. But yeah,
man,
it's. Look at all that, and it's sad. I have to admit, I laughed. Good for him.
I mean, it's funny. Like
Fuck
again,
him.
though, like you don't tell him, like, hey, just to let you know, we probably shouldn't do this. There's like 12 people in there. This is an IMAX screen. There's plenty of seating.
Right.
Everyone's laying down with their feet up. Like, there's just no one in here.
I want to show you this. We talked a little bit earlier, that pastor that's in Detroit.
Mm-hmm.
He works for the Perfecting Church parish. and he's encouraging everybody to give. Now, you could say, well, all right, that's what pastors do, deacons, priests, all that. Catholic Church used to have a thing back in the day where I think, what is it called? Tithing? I forgot what it was.
The Mormons still do it. It's like 10% of your
10% of your weekly paycheck should go to the church. And then, when people started reaching modern times, they were like, yeah, we'll give you what we want. We don't have to. So they had to refresh the language a little bit. And it's always appreciated, whatever you want to donate to the church, your synagogue, your Muslim, any of religious denomination. They ask you for donations. You give what you can is pretty much the credence now. Well, except for this church, because he's not even asking for you to give to the church. He's demanding and telling you exactly what you need to give to the church. Check this out.
I, Roberta McCoy, given faith and stand in unity with the vision of perfecting church of sowing this seed of $1,000 plus $235 and receiving the blessings to come to all that participated.
Now that's only $1,200.
Yes.
Y'all not listening to what I'm saying. If you have 1,000 plus 1,000.
Well, I'm going to work on the other 800.
Well, that ain't what.
All right, fuck this. Imagine he's like, well, that's not good enough. It's not like you are buying something from the church, like they're selling a car or an altar boy or something. And then you go, well, we told you $2,000 and this is only $1,200.
Let's go back to the two top prizes: a car.
Yes, right.
Or an altar boy.
I asked you to do.
Yeah. So he's sitting there and you don't browbeat and shame. Like the church was supposed to be for everybody and to help the impoverished.
Sure.
And if you were able to donate, that was considered a very great gesture on your part to give back to the church, to the parish, to the religion, and all of that stuff. And you were welcomed for you give as much or as little as you can, even if you couldn't. Most religions are like, we're here for you to serve you in the name of God.
I like that mentality is give what you can, because I'm going to be making donations to a couple different people's children's different charities. So when you see someone come across with a 2 and a 0 and that's it. Just remember that when you see that.
Is it also followed with this?
Yeah.
Is that the noise that we hear when those donations start coming in? All right, let's back it up a little.
Start shaming everybody that donates less than $20.
If you have 1,000 plus 1,000.
Well, I'm going to work on the other 800.
Well, that ain't what I asked you to do.
Okay.
What a dick.
So the lady's like, all right. That lady, she's probably lucky she got $1,235?
It was like $1,235.
She was lucky enough to get that together. She was very proud of it. It's like, with this, and then we have another $235 to give it.
Oh, and that little kid was up there with her.
That meant something to that lady or that family, whoever was pulling that money together. And he's sitting there and he goes, that's not what we told you. We told you this. And now he's like, shaming this lady in front of the entire parish. Listen to the crowd. All right. When he first says it, you hear people go like that.
Y'all not listening to what I'm saying. If you have,
see right there, everybody in the room there are like, like she's
like I can't believe he's saying that right.
He's gonna yell at her.
Have 1,000 plus 1,000.
Yeah.
Well, I'm gonna work on the other 800.
Well, that ain't what I asked you to do.
Fuck you, dude. She should just fucking take the holy water and throw it into his face, beat him with the chalice.
Oh, fuck, this is vodka.
Smack him with his gold-plated Bible, and then give him the cross of a resolution or whatever it is, and then leave.
Here, choke on some of the body of Christ. And just shove them.
Oh, I love this. The awkward moment.
And these fucking assholes behind him, it's like, oh shit.
Yeah, they're all pocket searching and flipping through like an envelope.
Can you imagine you're like 5 people deep after that happens, and you see that happen, and you're like, oh, that's embarrassing, and then you slowly sidle your way out to the end of the line. Just
they're acting as if it's envelope day to pay their mob boss or their their loan shark or something. Envelope's a little light. Well, I'll give you I'll do my best to get you the other 800. That's not the agreement, and then two of the parish officials take them out back and beat them with the cross with Jesus on it.
Church goons.
But listen to the band. playing walk-off music, upbeat, trying to get everybody back on the page here because the fucking priest or what is he? What is
he? Pastor.
Pastor just brought the room down, and everyone's like, "Oh shit, this isn't fun anymore. This isn't fun Sunday service like it used to."
Like they were playing them off with like.
Yeah, it's like the Oscars,
the Peanuts or something.
Yeah.
Do, and you're just like.
Look at and there's the line. This is where the video ends, but look at the line of the people. They all have their envelopes and their heads down like, fuck, I'm going to get this too.
So I did some digging because I did see this, I think yesterday. So I was looking around and a lot of people were in the comments of every video that gets posted of this guy in this particular clip. They're like raking him over the coals, but people are defending him saying, well, no, what had happened was that he had called up people that want to donate $2,000. And that's what that line was specifically for. And she just didn't listen. And I'm like, that still doesn't forgive him for treating her that way in a public forum. He should have just said, I appreciate you. Just to let you guys know, we're going to do it this way.
Are you even calling anybody up for a specific dollar amount?
Because he's a fuckface. I'm just saying, like, he could have handled this way better. Well, yes, trust me.
Yeah. Well, this is this is, when you pay for the premiere thing for AMC, well, it's like, well, if you're the regular ticket holder, you got to wait on that.
You're the wrong line, sir.
But if you're the A+ or premiere, you get the gold velvet line that you can go right there and cut the entire line and get all the perks and all this stuff. And yeah, Eric Mass, stupid people handing money to this garbage person, and that's probably money they can't really afford to give.
This is God's Bentley.
Because they're in the church community and they don't want to be excommunicated from all that, because this is probably their neighborhood, their social lives. This is
all their friends and family go.
Yeah, and not be a part of it, they have to do what they can. It's like, well, this is she was in the wrong line. He was asking people for $2,000 donation, so that's really her fault. No, it's still his fault for asking for a line of $2,000.
She got into the 10 items or less line with 11 items, and they shamed her for it.
Just fucking whips a can of Campbell's cream of mushroom right at her head.
Right.
The congregation cheers.
You brought 12 items.
They drag her out like, when some of those scam artists, traveling pastors, where they tap you on the head and you go back.
Like the tent revivals.
The spirit of God is now within you. Except it's just the Campbell cream of mushroom bounces off her head. She falls down and they drag her off like, oh, she's been saved.
Baby
playing the fucking tambourine, dancing around as he's being dragged out of the shop. Right.
I remember seeing Leap of Faith with
I love Leap of Faith.
Leap of Faith was great. We played this song from it.
I was going to tell you. That's where I got that from. When
every time I think of church revivals, that's the movie I think of.
Hold on, here it is. This is where I got it from Steve Martin's Leap of Faith, and I was like, that's always great to play as an intro for the radio stuff. Are you ready? And then they have the full breakdown where like Jesus came to walk the boat, and they're all just standing around with the one hand in the air. Yeah,
they got their little fans with
faith healing with a concussion. That's exactly what it is. Bagsley, good. I'm glad more people know this movie. Yeah. Steve Martin ruled in that movie. He absolutely did. It was a fantastic, underrated movie. Oh, I cut the other part out because you needed the radio version. But yeah. Oh yeah, Benny Hinn. My grandmother used to shit on this guy all the time because he was on the television in Florida all the time. He was this guy. I don't know if he was like Mediterranean or Hindu
Israeli.
Or something.
He was Israeli American, yeah.
But he had a hair that went off like to a triangle off to the side. He was another con artist. Yeah.
Oh, I remember seeing him. Yeah.
so much.
I forgot about his fucking trapezoid hairstyle.
Yeah.
Like it would just be like, it would straight up and then it would go like this.
Yeah. It was like when people used to think, when they would mold their hair in 80s punk fashions. That's what that guy would do. And you just go, I can't watch this nor in good conscience give this guy money because he's commanding it in the name of God. I go, I can't stop staring at his hair, and he looks like he smells. Like he could be one of those guys that doesn't matter how much powder and cologne and everything on him he's on him. He looks like a guy who tries to shower 3-4 times a day and he still stinks for some reason.
This guy's like, I'm just asking for an 8-ball and $2 million. Hallelujah.
Yeah.
Fucking Baby Billy. I love Baby Billy.
Baby Billy's what was it? Baby Billy's Bible Thumpers?
We ain't playing no dong pong in here.
Walter
Go outside, nerd. Get out. Go.
Yeah. I'm your daddy now. You're not my daddy. I am too your daddy. You're not my daddy.
ain't nobody gonna go put on no female clothes. I'm talking about resurrection.
If you have not watched that show, go watch
Please do.
Righteous
It's
Gemstones
such
on
a good
HBO.
show.
It is so funny.
Why'd you do that to him, Baby Billy?
Let's end on some stronger notes here. Here's a quick barrage of some funny stuff here for you.
Like immediately right off the bat, it's the best thing I've ever.
For the radio people, it's a lady. She's in the Caribbean somewhere, I guess. She's walking on a wooden dock, if you will, to go downstairs and slips on the stairs.
It looks like
flat
the
on her
front of a
back and
boat.
bashes her back of her head onto the stairs. But here we go again. I love videos where
I
people
always
get
love
hurt
that.
and then they just turn it right into music.
A lot of people like to do that with the Deftones.
What song?
I'll have to let me look it up.
All right, figure it out.
Yeah. People do that all the time with the Deftones one.
All right, I want to show you this video. I'm not 100% sure that it's fully real, but it is funny to watch. This is a guy who is throwing stuff at cars that are speeding through school zones.
Oh, that's awesome.
Here we go.
It's ridiculous. Really? 35 and a 15. Oh, looks like we got another
All right, he's got a speedometer in his hand. So this is, and he's got like pizza and clay and all this other shit. He's just throwing at cars that speed through school zones here.
fucking jerk off coming.
Pizza.
Yeah. Hold on. We'll back up a little bit.
Oh, looks like we got another fucking jerk off coming. Here we go. Slow the fuck down, bitch. 484, you fucking queef nugget. Slow the fuck down.
And the car comes to a screeching halt as he threw a frozen pizza at the guy's car. He was doing 44 and a 25. And this one is he's throwing sushi at a van.
Got one.
Oh.
Throwing Ed McMuffins.
Fly into the school zone, you fucking busted condom. Slow the fuck down. 40
You fucking
seconds.
busted condom.
Oh, now he's throwing milkshakes at a Lamborghini.
Yep, there it is. 40. Hope you like milkshakes, buddy.
Why is he out here with a birthday cake?
Oh my god.
Oh no.
45
no.
and a 15.
Here we go. We got a fucking big dick coming in this truck. Take your cock off the fucking gas pedal, bitch. It's a fucking 30, not 35, asshole. Oh fuck.
You're in a school zone.
Threw eggs.
You're going 50 and a 20.
He threw another one.
When the guy drove back on the other
drove
side,
back
he
and
threw another
shit.
egg at him.
Oh, so good.
Throwing salads at speeding
We got
cars.
another dickhead speeder coming. 58, you piece of shit. Slow the fuck down. 58 in the school zone.
Just threw a frozen kid's birthday cake.
Dude, easy. It's kids up.
Shut up. Oh, shit. That's a great way to end it.
I don't know how real that is, but
I don't know,
it
but
made
it's
me
funny.
laugh. Just I could watch a whole montage of him hucking shit at cars for speeding and just yelling at them.
Bagsley is asking, is this America? I feel like this is two different people doing this. Some of it was in America. The other one, I'm thinking it's Canada based off the kilometers per hour and the bagged milk because those guys are fucking weirdos.
Yeah, that is true. They don't like to pasteurize up there for some reason. But lo and
No,
behold,
because when you pasteurize, you get called out for $1,200 donations.
that is true. Nice tie-in, my friend.
Nice.
Very well done. All right, we will end with this and then go into segment 2. If you're watching on the live video here, hit like, hit subscribe both on YouTube and on Twitch. It does help us out. We would appreciate it. And if you did that, we'd love you forever and ever. Last time on the show, we talked about Legos, as we do. And we talked about the Titanic Lego.
Yeah.
And I said, you know what they really need to do? And you said, well, they have a Titanic. And I said, yes, but that's not the point. They need to reissue a new Titanic, but in two separate pieces, the forward and the aft, so that you can't buy it together. You just get the pieces and then build it so it looks like how it is on the ocean floor where it broke up. And I said, get a blue carpet in your room, put one part over there, one part over there, recreate it, have fun. Well, shortly after that, I found somebody who she did something similar in that vein and did a better presentation than I could have expected. Okay. So let's watch this young lady play with her Lego Titanic.
Day 4 here, things are going great. I apologize, I spoke too soon. We did spot a brickberg ahead.
For the radio audience, she's got the full Lego Titanic built, but she's in an above ground pool. Right. Simulating the ship at sea in the North Atlantic.
But we should be able to handle it.
It just hit a Lego iceberg that she made.
Hit a brickberg.
We're gonna be okay. All right, we are in fact not okay. We're going down fast.
All right, look, the Lego broke into two pieces. Now she's recreating the Jack in the door. Now she's underwater.
Look, she's got straws to get air.
She's underwater with the Titanic broken into two different pieces on the pool floor.
Straws get me. Was it Batman that helped him?
Yeah, Batman swam down and saved Jack, but what's the other girl's name? Rose?
Rose is eaten by the shark from Jaws.
Got eaten by shark Jaws.
Oh no, it's the submersible. That's the best.
Floored me. What we just saw was that submarine from a year ago went down to the Titanic floor and imploded.
You're right. What I like about the bit that we talked about of selling it into two parts is that your theory on this would have been everyone could always get the front end, but the back end was always out of stock.
Yeah,
so you can never get
ruin Christmas kit. Yeah, it's super expensive on YouTube.
Yeah,
the secondary market's out of control. We could always get the forward. We could never get the aft. It's never in stores.
And it wasn't compatible with the full one, so you couldn't just buy that and replace it. You had to do it a certain way.
Yeah, but I like how she took this. She broke it apart in the pool, and then they sent the submarine down, and that imploded.
The Ocean Gate sub. That's fantastic.
And the Lego lesson.
Good for her. That was fun.
All right. We need to take a break. When we come back, we're going to do television, movies, streaming updates, things we're watching. We'll be right back.
More. It's Eric Nagel. It's Eric Nagel. Next.